They help collect new bikes for children in our community. Bring new or unassembled bikes and they'll put them all together. Drop off your bike anytime at Campers Inn. For more information, call 704-750-7295. Be a part of this year's bike drive, sponsored by the Campers Inn RV, 615 Broadview Drive, off Highway 161 south of Kings Mountain at I-85. It's truck season at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. Come see the new 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST. Get 0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, get a $750 cash allowance. Or make every day a getaway with the new 2023 Chevy Equinox. Get 2.1% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, or take $1,250 cash allowance. Get yours today at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
All right, good evening and welcome into high school football. It's 2A playoffs, second round action. Shelby hosting the Lincolnton Wolves. This is Brent Pascal. I got Jeff Jones with me here at Shelby High School. And Jeff, two teams that are pretty familiar with each other throughout history, but first time they've played in quite a while.
Absolutely. This was a series that has actually been played, the first game in 1921, so over 100 years ago. And Shelby leads the overall series 48-16, and there have been 4 ties. But as you said, the last time that these two teams played was the 2015 playoffs, and I think it was the Western Finals, and the Golden Lions were in an absolute dogfight into the second half before they finally prevailed by a score of 37-21. These teams were longtime members of the Southwest Conference back in the 60s and the 70s, and then they stopped in 1973. They went to different conferences, and then in 1986, Lincolnton came up to Shelby and played in the first round of the 3A state championship playoffs that year. Golden Lions won 28-6, and then in 1989 a non-conference series was started, and those teams played that non-conference series, and then they were in the same conference 2 or 3 times, and so that series went from 1989 all the way to 2012 before the series came to an end.
I may have actually played in a couple of those ball games, Jeff, myself, back in 89-90. So, long-time rivalry. Lincolnton comes in 6-5 on the season. They finished their regular season 5-2 in conference play under first-year coach Jaden Engel, and Shelby 8-3, 6-0 in conference play under head coach Mike Wilbanks. And when you look at the schedule, Jeff, these are two teams heading in the right direction. When you start the season 0-4 like Lincolnton and 0-3 like Shelby, to be 6-5 and 8-3 means these two teams are hot at the right time.
You better believe it. If you looked at these teams on the 2nd of September, like Shelby was 0-3, Lincolnton was 0-3, and from that point on, Lincolnton has won 6 of their last 7 games. Their only loss was a loss to Maiden in overtime, and then the Golden Lions have won 8 straight games, and they've not really been in a close game since that winning streak has started.
Yeah, their closest game probably was around halftime of that Burns game where it was 10-7 and maybe even a little bit into that third quarter before Shelby pulled away for a big 58-27 win and then a big win 62-14 last week here at Blount Memorial Stadium over Mount Pleasant. Lincolnton last week went up to North Surrey and came out with a 35-21 win to advance here to the second round. Winner gets the winner of Salisbury and Maiden. And, of course, Maiden, a team that Lincolnton played just a couple of weeks ago, lost in overtime 37-34. So you're looking at a possible rematch of a conference game there, or you're looking at a Shelby-Salisbury who's met several times in the playoffs throughout the last several years.
Absolutely. And, another thing about this Lincolnton team, they're 6-5, but as we mentioned, when you start off 0-4, 6-5 is not a bad record. Also, they've played good competition. In fact, if you look at their opponent's win-loss record, 69-49, which is actually better than Shelby's opponent record at 63-56. Shelby, being forced to play Highland Tech Cherryville, Thomas Jefferson, those three teams, only 4 wins between them for those 3 teams. But anyway, it's a tested Lincolnton squad, and talking to some of the Lincolnton fans, one of my close friends was a former coach at Lincolnton whose son, Carson, is playing tonight, Scott Conger. He said that they're playing their best football. And so I'd say Shelby's playing their best football. So you got 2 teams playing good football playing tonight. And it is strange night. It's Thursday night football.
Yeah, it is. We're here on our WestEndSales.com broadcast, our title sponsor all year long here on KTCBroadcasting.com. We're able to bring you video coverage tonight for the first time this year of Shelby football. So if you're at home, turn on your computers, watch us, listen in to some great football here, second round action. Right now we're in our Bill Shuford Heating and Air of Shelby pregame show. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll start talking about the keys to this game and get you familiar with the players and key players on both teams. We'll do that after this break.
The Make the Holidays Bright Ford sales event is underway at Classic Ford in Shelby, where you'll find low financing, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Ford Edge. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on the 2023 Ford F-150, plus a $1,500 Ford Motor Credit rebate, and 1.9% APR financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 off on the 2024 Ford Edge. Make the holidays bright Ford sales event underway now at Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, online at classicfordofshelby.com. The Make the Holidays Bright Ford sales event is underway at Classic Ford in Shelby, where you'll find low financing, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Ford Edge. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on the 2023 Ford F-150, plus a $1,500 Ford Motor Credit rebate, and 1.9% APR financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 off on the 2024 Ford Edge. Make the holidays bright Ford sales event underway now at Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, online at classicfordofshelby.com. Flooring America in Kings Mountain and Carver One Flooring Home in Gastonia have some great news. New LVP flooring that's waterproof. Hey, and it's also pet-proof and even kid-proof. But best of all, it's only $319 a square foot. That's right, LVP waterproof flooring for $319 a square foot from Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Flooring Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue, Gastonia. Trusted, tried, and true. Those 3 words represent the highest standards for the Kawasaki Mule side-by-side. Trusted means being built strong and built to last. Tried means being put to the test by hard-working people doing the toughest jobs. True means staying authentic to the roots that run 30 years deep. Kawasaki Mule, the definition of trusted, tried, and true. See the Kawasaki Mule today at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell.
This is the way we wash our clothes, wash our clothes, wash our clothes.
The spin cycle is on, and the price has been slashed on famous Frigidaire scratch and dented dishwashers at Indoor Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. The warehouse is full of them, and they are now on sale. Prices starting at $229 and up, and they all come with a full manufacturer's warranty. Spin on in, get a great deal today on a new Frigidaire dishwasher starting at $229 at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Leaves have already started to fall. Are you ready for leaf season this year? Get ready with a stop in at Hojo Power Sports in Shelby and take a look at a leaf sucking machine. That's the Walker Mower, famous for leaf pickup for residential or commercial lawns. With a Walker, your yard will look clean and fresh. Plus, you'll find blowers by Husqvarna, Red Max, Shadawa, and DeWalt. Make leaf season easy this year with the new Walker Mower from Hojo Power Sports. 110 Grigg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at hojopower.net. This holiday season, a new Honda CRF is more than the most reliable machine to hit the trails. Our lineup of family-friendly trail bikes offers the perfect gift for riders of every level, from the CRF 50F to the 110, the 125, and the full-size 250F. You can give the gift of riding to every Red Rider in the family. So head to Honda Motorcycles of Shelby 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Now, during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, and give a gift that'll last a lifetime.
Get more bang for your buck this fall with Buck Days at James River Equipment. Buy any new John Deere 1 through 4 Series tractor with a loader and you'll receive your choice of a rear blade or a set of pallet forks for only $1. So whether you're leveling your driveway or doing some heavy lifting, James River can help you save big bucks. Visit jamesriverequipment.com/buckdays to learn more. Offer ends 11/30/23. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. James River delivers.
If you work or your child attends Pinnacle Classical Academy in Shelby, then listen up. Call Jammin' Jay's Pizza for information about their lunch deal delivery. Call 704-600-6182. And don't forget about Cyber Tuesday. When you order from the basic menu online, you take 30% off. Just go to jamminjayspizza.com. For great food and fun, it's Jammin' Jay's Pizza, 1011 Grove Street in Shelby, off Highway 74 East, right behind KFC. Open Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 to 8, Thursday and Friday, 11 to 9, 11 to 3 for lunch on Sunday.
All right, welcome back into our Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show here at Shelby High School. It's the Golden Lions hosting the Lincolnton Wolves in second round 2A playoff action. Brett Pascoe and Jeff Jones. And this is kind of segment 2, if you would, of this live stream made possible by WestEndSales.com. And Jeff, let's talk a little about Lincolnton, get some of these Shelby faithful a little bit familiar with them. I know they kind of click when Andre Bost, the quarterback's doing well.
Yeah. Is it Bost or Bost?
I'm going to say Bost.
Okay. And Andre Bost is he's a big weapon, we'll put it that way. He has been injured, and the last 2 weeks he really hasn't thrown any passes. But if you go back to the whole season, he's 95 of 188 for 1,240 yards. His yards per reception are 13.1. He throws for 124 yards a game. And again, that's with having basically no passing yardage for the last 2 games. He's got 13 touchdown passes. He has thrown 11 interceptions. And so that's what he does as far as throwing the ball. But where he's really amazing, he's got 1,500 yards rushing. He averages 9.4 yards per carry, 157 carries, 1,478 yards. His long is 71. He's got 13 touchdowns, and he's got 800-yard games. And so that's the real danger if you're Shelby and you're looking at this Lincolnton football team. Now, Kamani Heath, he has 765 yards rushing, and he had 2 really long touchdown runs in the game last week against North Surrey. And I think North Surrey was really worried much more about Bost's legs than they were Heath's. And so he has 8 touchdowns for the year. And they've also got a young man, Carson Cloninger, who plays some quarterback. And, in fact, for the last 2 weeks when they wanted to throw the ball, they had him in at quarterback. They also, in short yardage situations, get into the old-fashioned T formation. And when they get in the T formation, the quarterback goes to halfback, and then the Cloninger goes to quarterback. And so, again, they're going to get that ball in Boss' hands every chance they can. So, and they've got good-sized offensive linemen. The other thing that I did notice is they've got 6 or 7 players that are playing both offense and defense. And so with a 70 degrees right now, just ridiculously warm for a November, you got to wonder, with all those guys playing on both sides of the ball, will that be a problem for them when they get to fourth quarter?
Yeah, and, you mentioned a couple of these guys. Kamani Heath comes to mind. He's the second leading rusher behind Andre Bost. He also, will go out and catch the ball, and then on defense, he's one of their leading tacklers as well. He comes in as the 3rd leading tackler with 67 tackles, 10 for loss, and 5 sacks to lead the team. And he's 6'1", 215, so he's a load to bring down out of the backfield. And, seeing them warm up, Jeff, they pass the eye test. They look athletic. They look big and strong. And maybe their one downfall is that they don't have as big a roster and as much depth, and they do have some of those guys going both ways. tonight.
Well, if you go back all the way back to Von Ray Harris, Lincolnton coach back in the 1960s. When you look at Lincolnton, what you generally see is you've got pretty good size. You've got really well coached. They don't make mistakes. They don't turn the ball over, and you've got to go for 48 minutes, and you got to bring everything you've got. And that's what I saw in the last 2 games that I've seen Lincolnton play on the film.
Let's look at their receiving core. They've got really 4 guys with over 10 receptions and 100 yards and at least a touchdown, led by Andrew Phelps. He's wearing number 5. He's got 27 catches, 348 yards, 2 touchdowns. Khalil Yarborough has 21 catches for 320 yards but 4 touchdowns. Nehemiah Lynch, he'll be wearing number 3, 22 catches, 235 and 4 touchdowns. And then Antonio Wilson wearing number 8, 10 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown. So those guys all look good out there. They look good on paper. They look good in uniform, and they're all putting up pretty good stats on a team that likes to run it about 2-to-1 to pass. And so those are some guys to look out for. And then defensively, Peyton Rangel is the leading tackler with 79. Carson Cloninger, who you mentioned will go in and play some quarterback, he's the second leading tackler. And then Heath, that we mentioned, third. And then you got to mention Giovanni Walker. I think you said he goes both ways. Number 55, 65 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. He's even rushed the ball 5 times for 58 yards and a touchdown. So
yeah, he's 6'2", 260 pounds, and it's a good looking 6'2", 260.
Yeah, so I can't imagine if they get down at the goal line, you may see him come in and carry the ball, and he's going to be hard to bring down. So this Lincolnton team, a lot of good athletes, and Jeff, you said in special teams you got to watch out with the kicking game.
Yeah, they have had some good success. They've run a couple of kickoffs back for touchdowns and a couple of punts back for touchdowns. And, Shelby, that has been sort of the bugaboo. Now, last week they covered the kicks better than they had all year. But other than last week, the kickoff coverage and the punt coverage has been a little bit suspect. And one of the things I noticed that Lincolnton has 4 or 5 really good runners, and they've got them strategically placed. 2 guys for that sky kick, and they don't necessarily fair catch that sky kick. They take that sky kick and they run it. And so Shelby's going to have to do a good job with their kick coverage tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to win at least 2 of the 3 phases of football. In all 3 phases, you got a really good chance to win. And we're going to take one more break here on our Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the Shelby High Golden Lions and what they got to do to be victorious tonight. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to Shelby High Playoff Football here on this WestEndSales.com broadcast on YouTube live stream.
Just in Time Plumbing, a leading residential and commercial company, has served Cleveland County and Gaston counties for 9 years. And they've won Cleveland County's best for several years. Their 24-hour emergency service can handle all your plumbing emergencies, clogged drains, sewer inspections with cameras, septic tank, jetter services, and more. And they do testing and water filtration. Just in Time Plumbing, on time, on budget, 24/7. Call 704-600-8350 or go to justintimeplumbing.net. Just in Time Plumbing, every time. 107 South City Street, Kings Mountain. Just in Time Plumbing, a leading residential and commercial company, has served Cleveland County and Gaston counties for 9 years. And they've won Cleveland County's best for several years. Their 24-hour emergency service can handle all your plumbing emergencies, clogged drains, sewer inspections with cameras, septic tank, jetter services, and more. And they do testing and water filtration. Just in Time Plumbing, on time, on budget, 24/7. Call 704-600-8350 or go to justintimeplumbing.net. Just in Time Plumbing, every time. 107 South City Street, Kings Mountain.
Ram Power Days are underway now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. It's prime time for exclusive deals. Power Days are here. Now get $1,500 bonus cash on all new 2023 Ram 2500 and 3500 models. But that's not all. Now get $4,000 consumer cash on most new 2023 Ram 1500 models. Don't miss Ram Power Days. Underway now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The housing market is not like it was, and that's a good thing. For decades, Moss Realty in Gastonia has seen it all. And most of those years, the market was like it is now. A more traditional housing market is a good thing for both buyers and sellers because it gives you more time. Sellers now have the time to find their next place. Buyers are able to sleep on a decision. So yes, the housing market has changed. And Moss Realty in Gastonia still is here to help you with one of life's biggest decisions. Find them online at mossrealty.com or give them a call and talk with a live person today at 704-865-5555.
8888 Sparky, 8888 Sparky.
On a cold dark night,
Sparky,
when you have no light,
Sparky,
you should have no fear.
Sparky.
Mr. Sparky is here.
At Mr. Sparky's Service and Repair, we understand your time is valuable. That's why we guarantee our work, our service, and our commitment 24/7 to being on time, every time. Or your repair is free. Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. Call 8888 Sparky.
It's the all-new Nissan of Shelby, where they do the right thing. First time, every time. Nissan of Shelby now has new management, plus a big new inventory with new prices, giving you a whole new customer experience. Check their amazing lineup, Nissan Rogues and Muranos, and trucks like the Nissan Frontier and Titan, plus a wide range of pre-owned vehicles with special rates and pricing. Come to the all-new Nissan of Shelby, 631 South Post Road, right off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Online at nissanofshelby.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at putnamdistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years.
All right, we're back in this Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show, and Shelby is hosting Lincolnton here. It's the 2A second round of the football playoffs, and while I'm thinking about it, let's talk a little bit about the playoffs. So Shelby hosts Lincolnton tonight. Maiden travels to Salisbury, and Jeff, I think you said that game got moved to tonight. So we'll know the third round matchup after tonight. And the other side of the bracket, it's Community School of Davidson hosting East Surrey, and it's Randleman hosting Forest Hills. And those are a couple of those names we have heard a lot over the years. I know Shelby played East Surrey, an undefeated East Surrey, a couple of years ago. Forest Hills we've played multiple times deep in the playoffs. Of course, Salisbury and Shelby and Maiden and Shelby have a history of playoff matchups as well. Then on the top side of the bracket, number 1 Reedsville will host West Stokes. Brevard takes on North Stanley. Monroe hosts West Lincoln, and Burns goes on the road tomorrow night at Bunker Hill, a team that has played Lincolnton earlier this year, beat them 45-37 in a pretty tight matchup.
Well, you know, all Lincoln's games have been close. In fact, if you look at Lincoln, they average 31 points a game. They give up 26 points a game. So, you know, they play a lot of close games, and you know, that kind of leads us into talking a little bit about this Golden Lion team. Brent, as time has passed, I would say the big thing that I've noticed about Shelby is that turnovers. You know, it started off that they were way behind on turnovers, and now. They're catching back up on turnovers, and more importantly, they've scored 82 points off turnovers and given up 55 points off turnovers. And anytime you're up on that stat, that's good for your team. The other thing, the Shelby defense has done a really good job of shutting down the run. And tonight they'll face a big task because Shelby gives up 79.6 yards rushing per game. Lincoln averages 274 yards rushing, so Lincoln gets 200 more than what Shelby has been giving up, and so that'll be a key to the game tonight.
Yeah, as they say, something's got to give, right? Something's got to give. Either Shelby's going to give up an uncharacteristic amount of yards, or Lincoln's going to be held well below their average, and it won't be it won't be both. So
the other thing is, with this quarterback who's had an arm injury and they hadn't thrown the ball very much for the last couple of weeks, maybe his arm's right and maybe they'll come out throwing it. In 1989 when you were playing, we scouted Lincoln and they came out in 2 tight ends and a flanker and an I formation, and that's all we saw. And they came out in 4 wides and threw it 38 times, and you didn't do that in high school in 1989. And so you never know. Lincoln has many times before come out in something that we'd never seen. So you never can tell on that. The other thing about Shelby is it's the most balanced that they've been as far as rushing and passing. They're averaging 188 yards rushing and 220 yards passing, and that's great. They're averaging 409 yards of offense a game, and it's 55% and 45%, and that's a good team.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since Shelby had a 2,000-yard passer along with a 1,000-yard rusher and receiver on the same team, and they've got that this year with Tristan Tate leading the way rushing. He's got 1,145 yards rushing with 17 touchdowns. Isaiah Bridges has 1,104 yards receiving with 14 touchdowns, and then Land Farmer has thrown for 2,316 yards and 34 touchdowns against 8 interceptions. And so, and that's not all they have, right? Jalen Tate's run the ball. Nick Norris and Drew Hollifield have both run the ball effectively for the Gold Lions, and we've seen a new wrinkle in the running game with Isaiah Bridges back there the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. When they got in the Wildcat before, they put Hollifield back there, and they still tend to do that in short yardage situations, but kind of in the middle of the field, some goal line situations, they've been putting in Isaiah Bridges, and so every time you get a chance to use another weapon, that's a good idea. The other thing to mention is not only does Tate have 1,100 and some yards rushing, he's also from the get-go, he has been Tristan's been a receiver. He's got 15 receptions for 255 yards and 4 touchdowns. And just to tell you about that, he's got 255 yards, 221 yards after the catch. And so they've been kind of sneaking him out into the flat and getting the football in his hands and let him do things.
Yep, Lincolnton has won the coin toss. They want the ball, so they'll receive it to start the game. The captains for Shelby, Jaden Pierce, Camden McGill, Isaiah Bridges, Drew Hollifield. And we'll get the numbers for Lincolnton. It looks like it's number 50, and that is Kavaje Nixon. And since they're not facing me, I can't tell the other numbers right away. 20, Kamani Heath that we mentioned, the running back, linebacker.
55, the big man, Javante Walker. Plays both sides of the ball.
And then number 7, Andre Bost, the quarterback. So Lincolnton will receive the opening kickoff. Shelby will be kicking off. And going back to the Shelby receivers, outside of Isaiah Bridges, Eli Falls has 20-plus catches, 391 yards, 7 touchdowns. Calvin Ramseur, 17 catches, 273, and 6 touchdowns. And Drew Hollifield, 11 catches, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. That, in addition to what you said Tristan Tate has done out of the running back spot.
Shelby's also done a much better job of getting Eli Falls the ball in the last 3 or 4 ball games. And, that's important that people can't just put 2 or 3 guys on Isaiah Bridges because with Falls and Ramseur and Hollifield, they've all got good hands and they can run after the catch.
One other thing, the kicking game. So looking at Lincolnton, Jackson Young is 24 of 30 on PATs, but no field goals attempted all year for the Wolves, whereas Shelby's got Jose Lopez, who's kicked 4 of 5 on his field goal attempts and 54 of 56 on his PAT. So Shelby attempted 5 more field goals and made 4 to Lincolnton's none. That could become a part of this game, especially if it's a close game.
You better believe it. And even in that game last week, Lincolnton missed 1 or 2 extra points, but they got the 2-point conversion afterwards. So they got 35 points, but they kicked only 1 extra point and had 2 2-point conversions.
Well, we thank you for joining us in here on this live stream through YouTube video tonight, and this stream made possible by WestEndSales.com. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we're going to give you our players to watch, and those are sponsored by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. We'll be right back.
Your used car superstore is at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. Darren and Aqua Yerby are happy to be a part of this community, and they welcome you to drop by for your automotive needs. Certified pre-owned Kia and Honda vehicles start as low as $49.95. Many financing plans are available, even if you've had a bump in the road with your credit. Come talk with them today. Senior Manager Darren Yerby and his wife Aqua at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Online at RenatoAutomall.com.
Well, I had all the aspirations of having a 2-minute timeout, but they took the time off the clock, and Lincolnton's out there for the kickoff, Jeff. So let's keep it back here, and let's do our players to watch. That's sponsored again by Parker Farm Service, Kings Mountain.
Well, my defensive player to watch is going to be Nick Norris, 6 foot, 190-pound junior linebacker, leads the team in many, many categories, and especially with a team wants to run the ball like Lincolnton does, got to have great play by your linebackers.
And we'll go offensively with Tristan Tate running back. We talked about the dual threatness where he's got several touchdowns, 5 touchdowns receiving, 17 touchdowns rushing, and more importantly, he's really had an explosive last 3 or 4 ball games going over 100 yards, and he'll be a key to that Shelby offense. So Tristan Tate, Nick Norris, Shelby's Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain players to watch. Jose Lopez has it teed up, and this will be a Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff to start this 2A second-round playoff game between Shelby and Lincolnton.
Now, I think this is an important kick because, in that Burns game, the opening kickoff, Shelby got a turnover, but Burns had run that thing back close to midfield, and it looks like we're definitely looking at a sky kick. He's backed up 1 step.
Yeah, this is going to be a high directional kick. Hope to get some coverage down there, and basically you're giving yourself, decent field position. You're saying, hey, you can start around the 30, 35, but we don't want you to get the big return. And right away, pretty good return out across the 30 that looked like Jordy Hernandez, the up back. And there's a flag down around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and I have no idea what that's going to be. Again, that kick was not quite as high as you want it, and if anything, I thought maybe there was a mistake by the receiver. He probably shouldn't have caught that ball. That might have gone out of bounds, and it gets worse for Lincoln because they're guilty of a hold.
Wow, and that's going to back it up 10 yards from the spot. So they will start their opening drive on their 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback Andre Bost out there for Lincolnton. He'll be in the shotgun. Kamani Heath, the lone running back. They do have a man in motion at up back, and that's Eichert, and he's going to throw on 1st down. He's got a man. That's Eichert who was in motion. He's got it across the 30, 40, 45, pushed out of bounds, but not until he's up to the 45-yard line. A big gain for Lincolnton on the opening play.
Yeah, put that young man in motion and then stop him at a wing back or a slot back, and then he leaked out into the flat, and nobody took him. So big play. And what happened was Boston's rolling out to the right, and Shelby's like, we got to stop him. We got to stop him, and nobody picked up the guy in the backfield.
28-yard pass play. That's a CSI Mechanical 1st down for the Wolves, and Heath gets the carry around the left side. Gets a pretty good hole. He's to about the 49. Flag comes in. 2 flags come in. You may even see a couple of different penalties here, Jeff.
Well, one of that flag might be one of the Golden Lions lost a helmet, and if you lose your helmet, you're not supposed to take part in the play. That could actually be a foul on Shelby. Yeah, equipment violation. So that's kind of, you lose that helmet and you're not thinking about it, and that's a huge 15-yard penalty for a 1st down.
So Heath gets 5, and then a 15-yard penalty on the Golden Lions. And just like that, in 2 plays, Lincolnton's at the Shelby 35.
Couldn't start it out much better for Lincolnton. Again, that's an unusual penalty. You don't see it called very often, but it's about safety. You lose your helmet, you shouldn't be making a tackle.
And that player will also have to come out for a play. 1st and 10, Lincolnton. Again, many guys in motion, and that'll be the sweep to number 3, Nehemiah Lynch. He tries to get to the outside, but can't quite get much there.
Yeah, in fact, he's going to lose a yard. That was a great job. One of the big guys from the front got in the backfield and made him go a little bit wider than he wanted to.
And I believe that was a true handoff and not a pitch.
Yeah, I think it was.
That'll be a 1-yard loss for Lynch and bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the Shelby 36. Again, Lincolnton not attempted a field goal this year, so you got to think already this may be 4-down territory for the Wolves. 2nd and 11, handoff to Heath. Again, decent running room taken down by Jock Garnett.
Yeah, he's going to get about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. And I feel sure, based on what I've seen out of Lincoln the last couple of weeks on film, they're going to figure out they got 2 plays to pick up 6 yards.
So Heath has two carries for 10 yards here early. Again, he's 6'1", 215, big running back there, and he's running behind 55 Walker, who we mentioned in the pregame was a standout on both sides of the ball for Lincolnton. Hard count, Shelby stays put. And now rolling right is Boss. He's looking downfield, gets late pressure, and he's going to have to eat it, and he'll run out of bounds. And maybe got back to the line of scrimmage or lost a yard at most.
No, they're going to say he's all the way back to 33, and I feel that's a good call for Shelby. I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's okay. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8. And Lincoln obviously not bringing a punter in. Now, I have seen the quarterback be their punter, but I don't think Lincoln is going to punt now. I think they're going to try to pick up 8 yards. 4th
down and 8, and this is a team that doesn't throw it first, but this is a definite throwing situation. Boss will roll left. He's got a throw out. It's high, intended for Lynch, and just sailed out of bounds wide, and that'll turn the ball over on downs. Shelby holds and will take over.
Yep, Shelby's going to take over on their own 33-yard line, and that's a good job by the defense of forcing that turnover on downs. It doesn't count, officially as a turnover, but it is the same thing as that. And, it looks like, I hadn't seen the quarterback before he got hurt, but he really kind of shot puts it.
Yeah.
Now, some quarterbacks throw it that way anyway.
Farmer hands it off to Tate, and he gets hit early.
Loses.
May have lost a yard. Looks like they're going to spot him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain, though.
Yep, so no gain, and good job by the front for Lincoln, and I believe big number 55, who we talked about, Javante Walker. I think he was in on that tackle.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to call his name quite a bit. Shelby going quickly, 4 wide, 2nd down, 10. Again, the ball on the Shelby 33. Lincolnton did get 50 yards of offense on that opening drive, but it stalled at the Shelby 33. In motion goes Bridges, and Farmer's going to throw it, and he's got Bridges over the middle. It's caught around the 50 and slung down around the 48 of Lincolnton, so that's a 1st down. Shelby, CSI Mechanical, 1st down.
First CSI Mechanical 1st down of the night for the Golden Lions, and they're in Lincolnton territory with 9:52 remaining in the first quarter, no score.
It was a pretty high percentage play, too, just over the middle. It gets 19 yards, and now Tate on 1st down does a spin move and gets about 4, maybe 5.
Yep, 5-yard gain by Tate. Again, running toward Walker's side, and much better job blocking on him that time. And he put one big meaty hand out and almost stopped him for no gain, but he got out of that.
Ball on the right hash. Shelby looks to the sideline for the play. 2nd down and 5. Clock at 9:18 here in the first quarter.
Pistol formation.
And now they're going to hand it to Tate, and he's going to get to the outside. He cuts it back in. He's got the 1st down and more as he gets to the Lincolnton 35 before his forward progress is stopped.
Well, that's probably one of the things that Shelby has done as well as any Shelby team I've seen in a while. That's the outside zone play. All your offensive linemen, they reach and try to keep the defender from running out wide, and you give the ball to the running back and say, find a hole. Now, he can cut it back. He can go around the outside, but it's a nice play for a 1st down.
First and 10 from the left hash this time. 3 receivers right, 1 left to the near side. Coach Emery calls the play. 10 on the play clock. Farmer mentioned something to Tate. Now he'll get the snap. He's going to throw it. He's going downfield. He's got Bridges at the 5, touchdown, as he beats Khalil Yarbrough for the touchdown. That'll be 35 yards and a Shelby numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown as they lead 6-0 here with 8:39 to go in the first quarter.
That was a perfect pass from Land Farmer. And was not bad coverage, but he got that half step, and that's all it took.
Jose Lopez on for the point after with Drew Hollifield to hold.
Had some pressure right up the gut last week. Not this time, though.
And Lopez connects, and Shelby leads 7-0 on our No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we'll come right back. Shelby leads 7-0.
Your used car superstore is at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. Darren and Aqua Yerby are happy to be a part of this community, and they welcome you to drop by for your automotive needs. Certified pre-owned Kia and Honda vehicles start as low as $49.95. Many financing plans are available, even if you've had a bump in the road with your credit. Come talk with them today. Senior Manager Darren Yerby and his wife Aqua at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Online at RenatoAutomall.com.
The Larson Home Solution Product Fall Sale has been extended to November 30th. That's good news for me and you. Offer good on Larson storm doors, security doors, and screen doors. Spend $150 and get a $10 mail-in rebate. Spend $250 and get a $25 mail-in rebate. Spend $500 and get a $50 mail-in rebate. And spend $1,000 and get a $100 mail-in rebate. Come on in for all the details at the Roundup Store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Jam & J's Pizza kickoff by Lopez is blown dead. And we'll see what the call is here.
Jared, when it's blown dead, it's offsides, but I don't see a flag down. Did he go before they signaled they're ready to play?
Good question.
I see 11 on both sides. I think it just said they weren't ready to play.
Yeah, they weren't ready because they have literally just teed it right back up at the 40, and Lopez is going to give it another go. Appreciate everybody tuning in here to this live stream, and we're happy to be able to do it, carry it live stream for you for the first time this year. Jam & J's Pizza kickoff by Lopez. This is a driving kick that's going to sail into the end zone for the touchback, and Lincolnton will start at their 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They trail Shelby 7-0 on our Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And we saw Lopez do that a few weeks ago at East Gaston, Jeff. I think he had about 6 or 7 touchbacks.
He sure did, and he hadn't had that many since then, but that's a great kick because if you kick it into the end zone, they can't run it out in high school football.
So Lincolnton takes over at their 20. It's Heath behind Bost. It's kind of the same look they did on first down where they've got Eichert going in motion, except it's a different player this time. It's Cloninger going in motion. And now they're going to hand it off. Actually, Bost keeps it, and he's wide open. He's at the 40, the 45, 50, and he's down the sidelines, finally pushed out of bounds, and you see why he is so dangerous.
You better believe it. And that's a play where they shifted Cloninger to the right side. Then they brought the slot back into motion to the right side. And there's nobody over there. They've got a split end way out on the sideline. And so he took that around the left side, and nobody was there. That's a great design play.
49-yard run to the Shelby 31. And Lincolnton with their third first down here in the first quarter. In motion goes Cloninger. With him goes Garnett. And now Lynch in motion. And this time they do give it to Heath. And he's got room over the right side. Makes one guy miss. And he's tackled around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and that's very similar to the same play they just ran. Again, they shift to the left. They put a guy in motion to the left. And there's nobody out there. And if Shelby's got to change up what they're doing, or they'll run that all night long.
6 yards for Heath, and it's almost about 6.5. It's going to be second and about 3.5 from the Shelby 25-yard line as Lincolnton trying to answer the Shelby touchdown with one of their own. Clock's running. It's at 7:50 here, first quarter. Cloninger in motion. Now he'll stop. And now it's Yarbrough in motion, or make it Lynch. Heath gets the carry left side. This time wrapped up pretty well. Still gets a couple, though.
Yeah, and that time, Shelby had a guy out there in the flat area, so there wasn't a wide open running situation. So, again, sometimes, the other team just sees what you're doing, and they come up with a really good plan, and 2 plays picked up big yardage, and now we got another important play, third down and about probably 2. And, again, this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, that was Justin Ross on the tackle on the interior of the defensive line.
Now here's the short yardage.
T formation under center this time is Cloninger, and he's going to give it to Heath. Hit in the backfield by Jock Garnett. I don't think he got the first down.
No, he did not get the first down, and that's what we've seen them do. We've seen Cloninger get under center in the T formation, and you'll notice that the dangerous one, Bost, he was at left halfback. Now that time they flipped it to the right halfback, and so 4th down and 2. Now Cloninger can throw the ball too, so that's another thing. You can't just put all your 11 guys up there to stop the run because he can throw it.
He can throw it. He can run it. And they come back, T formation, under center's Cloninger. They got Rangel, Heath, and Bost at running back, and Shelby's going to get a sideline warning.
Yeah, that drives you crazy.
All the drama for the 4th and 2 and the dreaded sideline warning. So Coach Wilbanks is backing everybody up. And we'll start all over. Now Lincolnton quickly to the line. They may try to run this quickly. It's going to be a pitch to Bost. He's going to throw it on the trick play. It's caught for the first down by number 9, Tigra Owens.
Yeah,
a little trickery.
A little bit of trickery. Tossed it back to Bost, the quarterback, and he put it ahead, and it was a good enough throw for the first down. So 1st and 10, Lincolnton on the Golden Lion 18. Shelby leads 7-0 with 6:11 left here in the first quarter, but Lincolnton, second time they've been in Shelby territory.
6-yard pass from Bost to Owens gets the CSI mechanical first down, and now Heath tries to go up the middle, but there's big 77, Jaden Pierce.
Yep, not much running room there. So it's going to be second and about 9 maybe. Maybe no gain at all.
So they mark it at about the 22.
So officially it's going to be second down and 10.
All right, ball at the 17. No gain there. I was wrong on the 22. It's the 17. So 2nd and 10. No gain for Heath. That's 2 runs in a row that they've stuffed him for no gain. But Bost, with that big 49-yard run, has Lincolnton in the red zone. And in motion goes Lynch. Now he'll stop in the backfield. And Bost will give it to Heath. And again, Shelby's defense is stout. Gives up maybe a yard or 2, and that's it.
I think they're going to be about to the 15. It really looked like that time Bost wanted to pull that ball. But he said, no, I got it right now. And so 3rd and 8.
Jay McNeely on the stop that time. So we've seen Ross, Pierce, and McNeely all make pretty good plays in succession against the run.
Didn't take long for everybody to see how dangerous Bost is, though, did it?
No, it did not. 3rd down, 8. And Bost will roll left. Now he'll roll back right, and he's going to tuck it. And he runs into his own guy, but gets away. He's inside the 10. He may have a first down. It's going to be within a yard or 2.
Yep, I think he's got the first down. And, again, that was good defense. It sometimes great talent can beat good defense because Shelby really wasn't, out of position. They just couldn't make that play.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the Shelby 7 for the Wolves as they are knocking on the door trying to tie this one up.
4:34 to go. Again, that play was supposed to go around the left side, and he saw there wasn't anything going. Went back to the right, back into the T formation again, Brent.
And it's going to be Bost over the right side, and he gets hit about the 2 towards the goal line. They're going to call him down just shy
of the. Yeah, it's going to be the 1 yard line. And again, he's just really dynamic. what a great runner! And boy, they've got that thing well inside the 1, so it's second in about 6 inches.
Yeah, he's right there towards the goal line, and they're going to stay in the T formation with Cloninger under center, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just kept it here himself. But he's going to hand it to Heath, left side, walks into the end zone, touchdown. Lincolnton back within 7-6 with 3:54 to go here in the first quarter. Great drive by the Wolves.
You better believe it.
And it all started with that 49-yard run on the opening play of the drive by Bost. And say they got 1, 2, 3 first downs on the drive. That culminates in that 1-yard touchdown run. Bost will stay in to hold for this point-after attempt.
And the point-after attempts by number 80, Dominic Sanchez.
So kicks up, and we're tied. 7-7 on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Just like the leaves, prices are falling at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come on in now and take a look at the big selection. You'll find the best in late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And financing is available, and they are there for you. They are the home of the satisfied customer. See Richie and Susie today at S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-487-0570. Online at srautosales.com and like them on Facebook too. Just like the leaves, prices are falling at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come on in now and take a look at the big selection. You'll find the best in late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And financing is available, and they are there for you. They are the home of the satisfied customer. See Richie and Susie today at S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-487-0570. Online at srautosales.com and like them on Facebook too.
Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up. That touchdown was a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. 1-yard run by Kimoni Heath. And the settle hitting an air PAT by Sanchez was good. We got a tie game here with 3:54 to go, first quarter. Looks like Sanchez has it teed up. And he'll go with the deep kick. And Shelby will take it at the 5. And up to the 15, 20, 25. A little bit of room out across the 30 and out to about the 35-yard line. And I got to get the number.
Is that Emmanuel Collins,
I
believe.
Yeah, Emmanuel Collins, 20, yep. So man, as they call him, was back deep to return that one for Shelby. Good return out to the 35-yard line. Goal lines will start there. Tie ball game, 7-7. Shelby's second possession here. First opening drive ended in a 35-yard touchdown pass from Farmer to Bridges. And on first down, Tristan Tate gets the call, grabbed by the jersey. He tries to bounce it out, and that was a mistake because he bounced it back and
lost 4
yards where he was probably going to be stopped for a no gain.
Yep, so second down and 14. Again, the middle of that line looked pretty good. And again, part of that was big number 55, Javante Walker. I also think number 6, Jordy Hernandez, was part of that as well.
Yeah, 3-man front for the Wolves, and now Farmer's going to throw it on 2nd and 14. He's got a man off the hands, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended for Majay Thompson in the slot. A little bit of pepper on that one, but I think Majay probably thinks he should have had that one.
Yeah, that was ended up bouncing off the top of his helmet as it went through his hand. So it's a big play for Shelby. Don't want to turn that over this quickly.
3rd down, 14, 3rd and long. 3 receivers wide right. You've got Eli Falls near, and Tate, the running back, 3-man rush. He's got a little bit of time, steps up in the pocket. He's going to air it out over the middle. It's caught for the first down by Bridges, and he's running after the catch. He's at the 40, 35, 30, and all the way down to about the 28-yard line. Boy, I don't know how he caught that. That was a low throw with a defender there.
Yeah, you say you don't know how he caught it. I don't know how it got to him.
Yeah.
I thought when he threw it, I thought, oh, dear, this could be picked. But it worked out. So for another first down, Shelby all the way down to the Lincolnton 27-yard line. We got a tie game here, 7-7, with 2:46 to go in this first quarter.
That's a 32-yard pickup on 3rd and 14. And now Tate in the clear. He's at the 15. Spin move. Still on his feet inside the 10. Going to be 1st and goal. Shelby from the 9.
Again, that's the outside zone to the right. They've run it to the left. They've run it to the right. They've got good yardage both times. Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play. And they're backing up. So I think that's going to be on Shelby.
All right. We'll hold everything. So they're going to call it a little bit down the field, and they're going to back it up to the 34. So they're going to give Tristan Tate a 3-yard run and then a 10-yard penalty, but it's still going to be 1st down.
But it's 1st and 17.
Yeah. So 1st down, 17, and there goes Tate around the left side. He's got pretty good room. He gets the penalty yardage back plus a couple to the 25-yard line.
Again, outside zone to the left, and if you're watching it on this broadcast, you say, well, he didn't go around the end that time. Well, he didn't go around to the end because they got outside, but there was a void for him to run inside the end, and so he picked that spot and picked up about a 10-yard gain.
Give me 2nd down and 8 after the 2 runs and the penalty. In motion goes Bridges. He'll get the pitch, and he cuts it in quickly, just gets the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, that was a mistake with Bridges. The speed that he has, what he saw was he saw a guy outside, and he said, let me go ahead and cut it inside. But when he cut it inside, nobody picked up big number 33, and that is Gabe Robinson, and he made the tackle. So another big play, 3rd down and 7 for Shelby. They are in definite 4-down possibility here. They wouldn't be punting from the 25.
So Farmer to throw. He goes over the middle. He's got Bridges, but Bridges is going to have to do something after the catch, and he does. He gets inside the 15 to the 14, 1st down Shelby.
And that was one, again, he made the catch. He had 3 guys around him, and it's almost like a magic trick. I don't know how he got through all those guys, Brent.
Yeah, he's just elusive and gets the 1st down there. So 1st and 10 at the 14. And I believe that play was about 11 yards, and they're going to throw on 1st down again. Caught. I think this is Falls, and he gets a pretty good gain.
Got a penalty flag down again. And that's in the interior of the offensive line. Well, that's one thing. Shelby hadn't been guilty of a lot of holding penalties, and now we've already seen 2 early in this game. They called an ineligible receiver downfield, and the pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. You can't have an ineligible man downfield on a pass beyond the line of scrimmage. Coach Wilbanks is losing his mind, and I can understand. It's a pass thrown behind the line of scrimmage, Brent.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, nonetheless, in 1st and 15. And Tate gets the carry, gets about 3 of those yards back.
You know, I could be wrong. I made a big deal about the officials had blown one at East Gaston, and I was wrong on that. They did it right. But I just didn't think you could have an eligible man downfield when you threw a ball that was caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we've got, we'll call it 2nd and 12 for Shelby from the 16 of Lincolnton. This will be the last play of the first quarter. It's caught by Eli Falls, and he's inside the 5, close to a 1st and goal situation.
It may be just shy, but we'll let you know when we come back because that's the end of the first quarter.
Score tied 7-7. Shelby on the move. We'll be right back.
Sandy's Country Christmas Crafts and Variety in Shelby wishes all Cleveland County teams great success in the playoffs. Sandy's is the place to go for all your decorative items with great prices on Thanksgiving and Christmas craft items and decorations. Come check out their 99-cent Christmas wrapping paper and boxes. Shop for holiday ornaments and decorative items. And Sandy's is now open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9 for your shopping convenience. So come check them out. Sandy's Country Christmas, 2536 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-471-0015. Sandy's Country Christmas Crafts and Variety in Shelby wishes all Cleveland County teams great success in the playoffs. Sandy's is the place to go for all your decorative items with great prices on Thanksgiving and Christmas craft items and decorations. Come check out their 99-cent Christmas wrapping paper and boxes. Shop for holiday ornaments and decorative items. And Sandy's is now open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9 for your shopping convenience. So come check them out. Sandy's Country Christmas, 2536 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-471-0015.
All right, welcome back. We've had
It's going to be third and less than one.
Yep, so they're going to mark him just shy. He's inside the 5, but he's got to get all the way to the 4. So we're going to give him an 11-yard reception, and it's going to be 3rd and 1, about 3.5 yards for Shelby. They get this, and they can have 1st and goal.
And they've got Hollifield back there in the Wildcat.
All right, so Norris is in to block. Tate is in the ball game as well. So you got Hollifield with Norris and Tate. You got 3 guys that can run the football in the backfield. And they're going to snap it to Hollifield. He runs left, faked right, went left. He's going to plow his way for a 1st and goal all the way down to the 1. Now a late flag comes out.
Yeah, they're going to call a personal foul, and it's going to be a 1-yard penalty, but it's going to be a personal foul. The tackle just continued. I mean, the tackle started off in bounds, but when you end up putting him to the ground 10 yards out of bounds, a lot of times you'll get that call. It's not going to hurt them, as far as yardage is concerned. It's going to be a 1-yard penalty, but it will be another 1st down. So 1st and goal for Shelby just inside the 1. 11:54 to go early here in the 2nd quarter. We've got a tie game. Shelby trying to go back on top.
So we'll call that a 1-yard penalty, and that's going to be snapped to Isaiah Bridges, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. He ran right into Carson Cloninger, but he was already in the end zone at that point. And Shelby back on top, 13-7 on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Point after attempt coming up by Jose Lopez. Good drive good answer by the Golden Lions there. And it's a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown run. Isaiah Bridges from 1 yard out. Drew Hollifield will be in to hold. Good snap, good hold. Good rush. It's blocked.
That came from the outside, and you just got to be faster than that. That's a great block by number 4. That's the 2nd block kick that Shelby's given up in the last 2 weeks. The first one was right up the gut, though.
Traylon Bost got that one, and Shelby's lead only 6 at 13-7. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a Jam J's Pizza kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a touchdown of comfort? It's game day, and the team to trust for all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning needs is Settle Heating and Air. For over 25 years, Settle Heating and Air has been the MVP of HVAC services, providing quality solutions to homes and businesses since 1998. So whether you're cheering on your team at the game or relaxing at home, trust Settle Heating and Air to keep you comfortable year-round. Settle Heating and Air, your comfort champions. Head over to settlehvac.com and call today to experience the winning difference.
Jam and J's Pizza kickoff teed up. I think we've lost our crowd mic, Jeff. I'm going to have to go check it on the next break because we had it early. Jose Lopez has it teed up. And it's 13-7, Golden Lions. And you hate to say that kick could come back, but you never know. The kickoff is a deep one. It's going to be taken around the 2-yard line by the Wolves, and some running room around the right side. One tackle's broken out across the 25-yard line, and not much past the 25. We'll see where they spot it. But Lincolnton will have a chance to go down and take a lead here with a touchdown and point after. to answer Shelby's touchdown. We've just had one stop so far. That was Lincolnton's opening drive that went 50 yards and then lost on downs. And now they'll take over at their 26-yard line. So first and 10 Wolves. They've had a big play on first down both drives. They've had a 28-yard pass, and they've had a 49-yard run. Let's see what they do here. It's Boston around the right side to the short side.
Not much room.
Not much room. Jay McNeely and Drew Hollifield knock him out of bounds for a short gain.
In fact, they're going to say he might have lost a yard.
All right, let's see the mark.
Yeah, it's on the 25, and I think we lost one of the down markers over there.
So second down and 11.
Looks like it might be in two pieces.
All right. So looks like an official timeout. We'll take it. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Score 7-all here with 11:36 to go.
Shelby Hardware presents their daily deal. That's right, a daily deal. Each day, one special item will be at a very special sale price. Items change each day, so come on in every day and check out the daily deal. While there, check out the big line of Milwaukee tools. See the fall and winter flags and kerosene heaters and wicks, and yes, they repair kerosene heaters. Plus grills for your tailgating, also lodge cookware, and the sleds are out too. Get them early at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby, and check out the daily deal today.
All right, correction. Shelby leads 13-7 on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Jaden Pierce had to come out as he lost his helmet. In comes Justin Ross for a play. So it's second down 11, Wolves. From their 25, they trail 13-7. In motion goes Lynch. And Boss will put it in the belly of Heath, and Heath's got a pretty good gain out across the 30.
Yep, he's going to get 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Jacques Garnett comes out with the football, said, "I've got it," and they said, "Give it back to us." It wasn't a fumble.
So let's see after the spot.
Yep, so he picked up 6 yards on that play, and it was 2nd and 11. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Again, Shelby leads 13-7, but they have yet to stop Lincoln before they've gotten fairly deep in Shelby territory the first 2 times that Lincoln has had the football.
Yeah, they've gotten multiple first downs both drives, this time 3rd and 5. Heath has already toted it 9 times here early. Again in motion, that's Eichard. And Boss will roll that way. And he's going to have to plant and throw, and he lobs it up. Eichard's got it. That's his 2nd catch and another first down.
That's a perfect throw, too. That's a really good throw.
Well, he was running the way where, it's not natural for him to throw on the run. And with a defender short and long, he lobbed it over the first guy perfectly to Eichard on the sideline for the catch at the 41-yard line.
So, yet again, that's 6 first downs for Lincolnton. Both teams on their first 2 possessions picked up 5 first downs. And
that was a 10-yard gain. And Eichard is a surprise because coming into the game, he might have more catches in this game than he's had coming into the game. 1st and 10, Boss rolls right. He's looking to keep it the whole way. And Shelby strings it out, and he's still able to turn it up at the last minute and get a couple.
Yep, it's going to be a 2-yard gain. Barely got that off before the play clock ran out. But, Bost is just one of those guys that until the whistle blows, you just kind of got to hold your breath because you just never can tell. He's hard to take down, Brent.
Yeah, he is. And like there, Shelby had to be thinking, well, is he going to throw it? Is he going to run it? And when he does run it, you got to wrap him up too. So the 2 yards was a nervous 2 yards for the Shelby faithful. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Clock at 10:31 to go, 2nd quarter. Again, Lynch in motion. Lots of motion for these Wolves, and Heath gets the carry. He's just trying to navigate, and he navigates a couple of yards out of it.
Yeah, and that's a hard run because he looked like he was going to pick up nothing, but he kept his eyes open, and as he was starting to go down, he kind of lurched over to the left and picked up 2 yards. 3rd down and 6.
So Wolves have run it 17 times. They have thrown it 4 so far, and one of those being sort of a trick play. 3rd down, 6. Ball at the Lincolnton 45. Big play here. And handoff to Heath, right side. Actually, they tricked me. Lynch has it as he went in motion the other way and doesn't trick the Shelby defense.
Yeah, that's kind of the triple option out of the shotgun. He faked the ball and then kept it and then pitched it, and Shelby was all over that. Be interesting to see. Will Lincolnton, is Lincolnton going to say, let's just go full bore here? The heck with punting, and they are in a formation to go for it on 4th and 6.
4th and 6 from their own 45. That's right, their own 45. And this may be a pooch punt as they back up Boston. He will punt it. And this could get a good bounce. It actually takes a Shelby bounce backwards, and it's going to be down at about the 32-yard line. So Shelby defense holds for the second time tonight, and they will take over at their 31-yard line, let's call it. And Shelby leads 13-7 on our Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
9 minutes left in this first half. It's been a good ball game, Brent.
It has, and you can see the athletes all over the field for both teams, Jeff, and about what we thought. Farmer in the shotgun, handoff Tate. This time Tate's got one of the bigger holes of the night and gets about 6.
Yep, 6-yard run, and that's right up the gut. That's the inside zone. Shelby basically runs the inside zone and outside zone. Now, they've got a lot of other plays, but that's been the 2 plays that they've run the most this year, and they've had good success on both of them, 2nd and 4.
Shelby's going quickly, and it's going to be the same play by Tate, and he barrels forward close to the first down, depends on the mark.
Well, this official over here is wanting to give it to him, and he's saying he's got it, so let's see, and he does. So that's another first down for Shelby. And you're right, Brent, that's exactly the same play. That was the inside zone to the right.
So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs at the Shelby 41. Clock continues to roll. It's at 8:27 here in the second quarter. Second round playoff action. Winner gets the winner of Salisbury and Maiden, and Coach Wilbanks going to call a timeout, and he's unhappy. We'll take it too. Shelby 13, Lincolnton 7. We'll be right back.
Shelby Hardware presents their daily deal. That's right, a daily deal. Each day, one special item will be at a very special sale price. Items change each day, so come on in every day and check out the daily deal. While there, check out the big line of Milwaukee tools. See the fall and winter flags and kerosene heaters and wicks, and yes, they repair kerosene heaters. Plus grills for your tailgating, also lodge cookware, and the sleds are out too. Get them early at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby, and check out the daily deal today. Don't be afraid. It's only Dr. Beast, the Dr. Beast duct cleaning machine from Shelby Heating and Air. He's a friendly beast. He will clean and disinfect your duct system. Just give Shelby Heating and Air a call at 704-487-7877 and have them bring Dr. Beast to your home or business to clean and disinfect your duct system. See Shelby Heating and Air online at shelbyheating.com. Like them on Facebook too. They are there when you need them.
All right, back from the Shelby timeout. It's 1st and 10. Farmer to throw, good protection. Now he gets late pressure, airs it out. Ramseur can't haul it in. Pretty good throw.
Yeah, another good throw, and Ramseur just wasn't able to bring it in. It was just a hair high, but more times than not, Ramseur will make that catch. I know, Shelby coaching staff really irritated. You run 2 plays and get a first down, and you're trying to move fast, you end up having to take a timeout. That just irritates you, Brent.
Yeah, somebody either lined up wrong or something, but timeout nonetheless. It's 2nd down and 10 now, Golden Lions, from their 41-yard line. And low snap, Farmer's going to give it to Tate, and nowhere to go. He does stiff arm Heath, and it allows him to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that low snap just messed up the timing.
Shelby has done a really good job on 3rd down, however, Jeff. They, on the opening drive, they they get converted a 3rd and 14 and a 3rd and 8 and a 3rd and 1. Or on that second drive, excuse me. So that last touchdown drive, let's see if they can do it again here. It's 3rd and 10. Farmer's going to throw it, and he lobs it up. Tate's got it on the wheel route, and he stepped out of bounds, but not until he's at the 32 of Lincolnton. That pass looked a lot like Boss' little lob over the top of the defense.
Yes, but Tate had to run a ways to get to that. I was afraid he wasn't going to be able to catch up to it, but he did. And he might have scored had he not stepped out of bounds. But it is a first down all the way down to the Lincolnton 32.
That's a 27-yard pass play on 3rd and 10. And now Tate gets the carry, and he's inside the 20 and down to about the 17 or 18.
Another CSI mechanical first down.
And so that'll go from the 32 to –
I think they're going to say the 18, so that'll be a 14-yard gain.
So Tate with back-to-back big plays, both first downs. I think Shelby's got about 8 CSI mechanical first downs or something like that.
And we've got a timeout, Lincolnton.
All right, so with 7:20 to go, Shelby 13, Lincolnton 7. We'll be right back.
Nobody does it better.
Yes, when it comes to real estate, nobody does it better than Sherry Horn of Sherry Horn Real Estate. Sherry was voted the best real estate agent and best real estate office in Cleveland County. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, talk with Sherry Horn at Sherry Horn Real Estate. Call 704-915-5450 or visit her website at soldbysherry.com. And like her on Facebook too, and you'll see why nobody does it better. Today, having choices at the end of life's journey is more important than ever. Choosing the proper way to honor a loved one is not an easy task. There are many emotional, personal, and spiritual issues to consider. Now, there is a new alternative to traditional burial and flame-based cremation. Foothills Aquamation is a water-based natural process that gently returns your loved one's remains to their natural ash form. Learn more at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or drop by their offices in Falston and in Cherryville.
Shelby 1st and 10 at the Lincolnton 18-yard line after the 14-yard burst by Tristan Tate, and now plays blown dead. And offsides, Lincolnton.
I tell you what, that's one of those that you like, why did you stop? Why did you stop it? Because we're running up the gut for big yardage, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 5. But generally on all sides, you let that play run for a while. But I don't know. Richard Walker has just told me Salisbury's up 21-0 in the second quarter. Not much up the gut on that inside zone. But, you know, what you love about Tate is even if it doesn't look like there's much there, he's going to stick his nose in there. He's going to pick up a yard. And so that's going to be 2nd down and 4.
What we haven't seen tonight is Jalen Tate.
Well, we just see number 12 trotting in there onto the playing surface. So it's like you just asked for him, and there he is.
Sometimes it just comes together like that. So 2nd down and about 3.5, 4 yards for the Golden Lions now. Farmer with Jalen Tate behind him, and they're going to fake it, throw it out in the flat. It's complete to Ramseur. He's at the 5, 3, 2, near the goal line. And they're going to call him down shy of the end zone.
Boy, I tell you what, that was a busted coverage because there was nobody anywhere near Ramseur when he caught that ball. I kind of wish he had just turned and run straight ahead. But, you know, he's got his back to everything, and so he can't tell what's in front of him. And so he made a good run. I thought he was going to get in there anyway, but he's going to be down at the 1. 6:33 to go. Shelby trying to go up by 2 scores.
It's an 11-yard pass play to Ramseur, and guess what? We get the Wildcat.
The big beef has come in there.
This is an interesting formation again. You got Tate and Norris and Hollifield, and Hollifield takes it right up the middle into the end zone for the numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown from 1 yard out, Drew Hollifield. And that puts Shelby up 19-7 on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And Jose Lopez trots out there for a settle heating and air point after attempt. The last one was blocked, Jeff, by Traylon Bost. So got to get the block on the edge, and you got to get that kickoff a little bit quicker. 6:30 to go here, second quarter. Good snap and hold. This time gets one. He got the kickoff, but two, they blocked Boss that time, and the kick's good. Shelby 20, Lincolnton 7. We'll be right back.
Transportation Administration of Cleveland County continues to operate TAC, Cleveland County Transit and Reach. The Cleveland County Transit route will continue to be free to ride until further notice. For more information, call 704-482-6705. Again, 704-482-6705. For schedules and times, visit taxshelbync.com. That's taxshelbync.com. Drivers clean and sanitize their vehicles every route.
Take your pick on a brand new Bobcat mower from West End Sales in Vail. Pick 0% APR financing for 60 months or get an $800 instant rebate. You just take your pick and pick out your new Bobcat mower. Take a look at a Bobcat ZT2000, $500 instant cash rebate. A Bobcat ZT3000, $700 instant cash rebate. Or the Bobcat ZT3500 with an $800 instant rebate. See them today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Lopez does the angled kickoff again this time, taking out the 27, and all the way out to about the 37 goes Andrew Phelps on the return. So they've done a couple of deep kickoffs, one for a touchback, one return, and then a couple of the directional kickoffs, and I kind of like the deep kickoff so far.
Well, I like the deep kickoff if he gets it in the end zone for sure. I think what they're doing, though, is they're trying to say you just don't know for sure what we're going to do, so you can't really, set up your return one way or the other.
1st and 10, Lincolnton from their 37, trying to come back. They're down a couple of scores now to Shelby. It's 20-7. Shelby 4 down linemen, and it's going to be a pitch to Heath this time. Good tackle by Hollifield on the edge.
Yeah, Hollifield had to get off the block of number 3, and that was Nehemiah Lynch. And he gets off the block and then makes the tackle basically with a shoulder, and he's going to get about half a yard. I guess officially that would be a 1-yard gain. We're halfway through the second quarter, 6 minutes to go. Shelby leads 20-7, but it has been a good ball game thus far, Brent Pasco.
It has, and a well-played ball game so far by both squads. 2nd down 9, and Bost will keep it around the right side. He's got some room. He's past Pierce. Now he runs into McGill, and he's not going to go any further, but he's got to see a Simon Mechanical 1st down.
And again, there's that play, and what they're doing, they're pulling both linemen from the right side, and that's a counter tray, and they run that ball to Heath on that counter tray over and over again, but that time he pulled it, and again, not much out there. There was one defender, and he got around him, and that was a great run for a 1st down.
Tell you what's scary is he's got the kind of speed, if he does get a step, he's gone. And luckily he hasn't gotten that yet. Another good tackle by Hollifield on Bost on the outside. He does get 2, though.
Yeah, and that time, the first play of the series, they ran the quick pitch. And then that play, they faked the quick pitch, and he ran behind the pulling guard and tackle. So I really like this offense that Lincolnton has put together. You've got to really pay attention, and the guards don't necessarily take you to the ball, so your linebackers have to really, really find the football.
2nd down 8, Bost rolls right.
Oh, there was a hold on Pierce. I cannot believe that they didn't call that.
No call, and he runs. Pierce chases him to the sideline, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's great pressure by Pierce, but they just about pulled. I'm afraid that one of the Shelby defenders has said something, and that's going to be a cheap 1st down.
And let's see what the call is here. Unsportsmanlike on Shelby. You're right. So that's 15 yards, and that'll take it down to the 30, and those are the things you can't have at this stage.
Yeah, it was going to be 3rd and 8, and well after the play, and one of the defenders was saying something, and the thing was they weren't saying it to the Lincoln guys. They were saying it to each other, and the official said, I don't like what you said, and I don't know what it was, but It was a huge play. That's the second time that Lincoln's got a first down off a Shelby penalty.
So 1st and 10 at the Shelby 30 after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct. And Heath bouncing around for 3-4 yards, gang tackled, but not until he gets 4. Hard runner.
4:25, clock still running. Shelby will get the ball for the first possession of the third quarter.
One thing Shelby's done well defensively, they've given up yards, but they've tightened up down here close to the goal line for the most part. And with Lincolnton not having attempted a field goal all year, it's almost like, well, if we keep them out of the end zone, they're not going to score. And so let's see if they can do that again. 2nd down, 6 from the Shelby 26. Boss now back in the shotgun. Heath, he'll throw it. This time just a regular drop back. First time we've seen this, he gets late pressure. There's flags all over the place. It's thrown down. It's caught by number 9, Tiger Owens, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Surely there's going to be about 3 holding penalties, though.
Yeah, there's at least 2 flags down. One at the 30, one at the 32. And you're right, Jeff. It's going to be a hold. Well, new rules. It's not rule now. It's not really new by game 11, 12, but you know, if it's a hold behind the line of scrimmage, it's just a spot. It's not a spot foul anymore. It's from the original line. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. But the big thing is that negates a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and that was a play. I don't know who the defensive back was, but he jumped it, and I thought he was going to intercept it, and he missed it. And number 9 for Lincoln caught it and ran it in the end zone, but it's for naught. So it's 2nd down and 16.
Yeah, that was McGill. I was with you. I thought McGill had jumped it for the pick and somehow missed it. But all for naught. 2nd down, 16 back at the 36. And now Boss again will throw from the pocket, and he's going deep. And Jennings has good coverage, and that goes incomplete, intended for Yarborough.
Shelby getting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, Boss. If they just run him straight back and set him up in the pocket, he doesn't have a lot of time to throw. I look for them to continue to roll him to make him a big double threat, because he rolls out to the side, and you got to wonder. Now it looks like they're going to put Carson Cloninger at shotgun for the quarterback, and they're going to put the dangerous Boss at a receiving position. Empty backfield.
Yep, 3rd and 16.
Shelby takes timeout.
All right, timeout, Golden Lions. We'll take it to 3:35 to go first half. 20-7, Shelby leads. We'll be right back.
If you're a fan of HGTV and you might be looking for some of the products shown on the show, well, we've got good news for you. Most of the flooring products on HGTV can be found right here in Shelby at Willis Flooring. Come check out their lines of nationally known flooring products: hardwoods, laminates, sheet vinyl, vinyl plank, Cortec flooring, also carpet by Mohawk, Shaw, and more. And one of the largest selections of tile in this area. Call 980-404-0065. Like them on Facebook too. If you're a fan of HGTV and you might be looking for some of the products shown on the show, well, we've got good news for you. Most of the flooring products on HGTV can be found right here in Shelby at Willis Flooring. Come check out their lines of nationally known flooring products: hardwoods, laminates, sheet vinyl, vinyl plank, Cortec flooring, also carpet by Mohawk, Shaw, and more. And one of the largest selections of tile in this area. Call 980-404-0065. Like them on Facebook too.
All right, welcome back. Lincolnton faces 3rd down, 16.
And they're still in that empty formation.
Yep, ball at the Shelby 36. Isaiah Bridges in at DB, late coming into the game. And all kinds of movement at the line of scrimmage. No call. Back to throws Cloninger. He's going to be sacked way back at the 42-yard line. And that was, let's see the number.
Was that Jock Garnett?
That is Jock Garnett, and he's been doing that all season, all the way back to the 43. That's a loss of 7, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 23.
And do you try to go on 4th and 23, or do you go ahead and pooch punt?
I think I'm punting, but what do I know? They do pooch punt it, and this, if it takes the Lincolnton bounce, could go in the end zone, but it checks up
Well, it's going to be a great punt.
Wow, down to 3. So nice job by Lincolnton. But again, Shelby's defense kind of bends but doesn't break.
So that's going to be a 40-yard punt, and Shelby's going to take over on their own 3. There's 2:45 remaining here in the half, and this is where you got to take care of the football, Brent.
Take care of the football, and you got to be thinking, if we can get out of the shadow of our own goal line and then put a drive together, we could get the old twofer, score, and then get the second half kickoff. But first you got to get out from the 3-yard line, and let's see if they can do that. And I got to get back to live action. Sorry about that, folks. And I believe it's a Tristan Tate carry, and he's working hard to get a couple of yards.
Yeah, and the big thing about that was that they looked like they hit him back at about the 1-yard line. I was getting really worried that they were going to have it second and forever, but he kept his feet moving and got just beyond the 5. I would imagine Shelby might sit here for just a little bit because they don't want to have to – if you don't get a first down, you don't want to punt down here.
No. Second down, 8. Lincolnton making a bunch of
and
switches.
What do I know?
Tate goes
for a yard.
I think Tate ran in to the back of his blocker, and if he had just not done that, he had a hole off the right side. He gets 2, but I think there was more there. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 6 now. Lincolnton takes a timeout as they want the ball back. And we'll take it here as well with 1:56 to go. Shelby leads 20-7.
You don't want to jump in a cold car on a cold morning and with no heat. Of course not. That's why it's a great idea to have your car's heating system checked over with a stop in at A-Plus Automotive in Shelby. They can do all kinds of heater repair. And remember A-Plus Automotive for all of your automotive repair needs. Talk with Charles Heston and you'll be back on the road in no time at all. That's A-Plus Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call 704-482-0441 and like them on Facebook too.
40 years. Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby has been serving this area for 40 years. They must be doing something right. As a matter of fact, they're now in their 3rd generation of their family business. Sure, you might get someone in their old truck to come over and look at your system and may save you $1 or $2. But where will they be in 5 years when your unit needs service and is still under warranty? Quality products, quality service you can depend on. That's Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Online at BillShufordHVAC.com. And they are now taking applications for service technicians starting at $15 per hour.
All right, a little bit late coming back, but you should have seen the big play as Land Farmer stepped up in the pocket and delivered a nice pass and catch to Drew Hollifield, who then made a pretty good run after the catch and has a CSI Mechanical first down for the Golden Lions out at the 31. And now Farmer's going to air it out again. He's got a man behind the defense. It's Bridges, but it's a little bit high. He took a big shot as well from Andrew Phelps.
And, you know, when if you're at one of those college football games and you see the little guy standing out on the field, he won't let them start to play until TV gets back. We don't have that here. And we took a 1-minute break, and the timeout was 45 seconds. And so that's why we couldn't get you back. So 2nd down and 10, 1:36 to go in this first half.
Ball at the 31 of Shelby. Majay Thompson, the lone receiver here to the right, trips to the left. And Farmer's going to throw it. It's a screen pass. It's set up for Bridges, and he breaks the first tackle. And now he's got some run room. He's at the 40. First down. He's making some moves. He's at the 50. Still on his feet. 45. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Lincolnton comes up with a fumble recovery. Bridges was making one of those ESPN highlight reel runs after the catch, Jeff. Unfortunately, the football got loose while he was making some of those moves, and the Wolves fall on it back at their 42-yard line. So Wolves will take over after the first turnover of the ball game by either team at their 42. And I have to get you the yardage on that here in a second, on that catch and fumble. So it is Bost at quarterback, and he'll hand it to Heath, and Heath doesn't get much. With a minute 16 and counting, Wolves elect to go to the ground. And they'll give him a couple. Actually, they give him about one.
They're going to go back with Cloninger at quarterback again. Somebody needs to get over here on Boston. For sure.
Cloninger rolls right, throws it. It's
caught.
A sliding catch made by Lynch for the first down in Shelby territory. That's Lynch's first catch.
52 seconds left. One timeout for each side. Lincoln quickly over the ball.
It's a 10-yard pass play. And now Cloninger's going to throw it again. Now he steps up, and he's going to have to tuck it and run. He's heading for the sidelines. He's going to get there, gets about a 4-yard gain, and gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
And again, I know the Shelby defensive staff is a little bit upset that looks like it had another couple holds that they could have called on that pass play, but what a good job running by Cloninger.
Second
and 6.
Second and 6. 40 seconds to go. The ball's at the Shelby 43. Again, Lincolnton pretty much has to get it in the end zone or really close for a field goal attempt. Cloninger back to throw. McNeely puts a good rush on. The pass is delivered. It's nearly picked off by Calvin Ramseur, yeah. And I don't know how he didn't get it. I think the offensive player actually became the defensive player there and knocked it out at the last second. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Again, it's been an exciting game. Shelby leads 20-7 here with 35 seconds left. On your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Cloninger in the shotgun. He'll go back. He throws kind of a sideline pass. It's up for grabs. Somebody come down with it? Nope, it's incomplete.
That was definitely a jump ball. 28 seconds left, and so at this point, is Lincolnton going to take the risk? Again, with only 28 seconds to go, you figure you're in a situation where it's going to be hard. If you don't get the first down, it's going to be hard for Shelby to score with 20 seconds to go because 28 seconds left, and again, Cloninger's back. You may see a running play, Brent.
So he's going to throw it, and he's got good protection. Again, throws a jump ball. It's going to be Ramseur jumping up and knocking it away from Andre Bost, the quarterback / receiver, and that'll turn it over.
So somehow, Brent, was there not 28 seconds to go when that play started? There's 27 seconds left now. If I'm Lincoln, I'm a little bit irritated that long pass took 1 second.
Yeah, it took much longer than that. That ball was in the air 3 or 4 seconds. So Shelby takes over at their 43 with 27 seconds left. And really, now that fumble, it hurt Shelby, but they got the ball back. Late getting alignment out there. Looks like Landon Williams, the center.
Ramseur now gets out as well.
And now in motion goes Eli Falls. 2 receivers right now. Farmer to throw. He's looking right, and he goes. He's got Majee Thompson, but he's hit hard by Bost, and he's still down. Ball's incomplete. And he took a shot from the quarterback / receiver / defensive back.
Actually, that's number 4, Bost, not number 7, Bost. I think that's Traylon Bost. Isn't the other Bost number 7?
Yeah, I think he's right here too in there.
We're going to have an injury timeout.
Yeah, Shelby Faithful doesn't like the hit, but we'll take a break. Score still 20-7 Shelby. 23 ticks left here in the first half. We'll be right back.
It's time to suit up in your new team uniform from Bradley's and Shelby. Select from sublimated or screen printed, and Bradley's does all types of embroidery. From polos to caps to blankets to bags, Bradley does it all, and they can do signs, banners, and magnets too. Plus, they can even wrap or letter up your vehicle or trailer. Remember Bradley's for all your advertising specialty needs. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 west of Shelby. Online at bradleysports.net. Like them on Facebook too.
Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain announces their 8th annual Campers Inn RV Bike Drive, now through December 4th. Campers Inn is partnering again with the Kings Mountain Police Department to help collect new bikes for children in our community. Bring new or unassembled bikes and they'll put them all together. Drop off your bike anytime at Campers Inn. For more information, call 704-750-7295. Be a part of this year's bike drive, sponsored by the Campers Inn RV, 615 Broadview Drive, off Highway 161 south of Kings Mountain at I-85.
It's truck season at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. Come see the new 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST. Get 0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, get a $750 cash allowance. Or make every day a getaway with the new 2023 Chevy Equinox. Get 2.1% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, or take $1,250 cash allowance. Get yours today at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
All right, back from the injury timeout, and injured goal line was number 11, Majay Thompson. He's going to walk it to the locker room, Jeff, with it being so close to halftime.
We also saw something you don't see in high school about 5 minutes after they went ahead and called the personal foul. And
Yeah.
it's not like they could look at replay. We don't have that here, but I think it's the right call. But so Shelby's going to have first down. 23 seconds left here in the first half. First down on the Lincolnton 42.
Yeah, so somewhere while the Shelby fans were booing, they called the 15-yard penalty. And now ball normally caught by Isaiah Bridges bounces off his hands and falls incomplete.
Yeah, there's been four balls that are generally caught by Golden Lions that have not been caught. And
it's not the cold.
Nope, it's because it's not cold.
Yeah.
14 seconds left, 2nd and 10.
So still time, and you still got Jose Lopez that can knock it in from about 40 to 45 yards. Farmer rolls right, and he's going to throw a sideline pass that's caught.
And it's going to be first down, and I think they're going to signal him out of bounds, and that was Eli Falls.
Yep, so that's a 12-yard sideline grab. CSI Mechanical first down.
11 seconds left. I don't know how much closer they've got to get for Lopez to have a chance, Brent.
Yeah, this is a 47-yarder. I think maybe another 7 to 10 yards is what they need.
Shelby does have a timeout, so it's not like you've got to worry about getting the field goal team out there.
And Farmer's going to throw it, steps up in the pocket. It's got his man. It's complete. Then dropped. And they call it incomplete. So another drop. That time it's Eli Falls.
Well, that was not so much dropped as he was separated from the ball. He took a pretty good shot right in the chest, and he dropped it on the way back down. So 6 seconds left.
Farmer's been really accurate tonight. Everything's hit somebody's hands just about that wasn't caught.
Shelby's going to take another timeout.
All right, timeout, Golden Lions with 6 seconds to go. We'll take it. We'll be right back.
The Make the Holidays Bright Ford sales event is underway at Classic Ford in Shelby, where you'll find low financing, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Ford Edge. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on the 2023 Ford F-150, plus a $1,500 Ford Motor Credit rebate, and 1.9% APR financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 off on the 2024 Ford Edge. Make the holidays bright. Ford sales event underway now at Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, online at classicfordofshelby.com.
So Shelby uses their final timeout with 6 seconds left on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
We got just a few seconds. Let's give a couple of shout-outs. Got one of your teammates, Brent Pasco, Jack Berry, played in 87, 88, 89 for the Golden Lions. He and his daughter Fiona are following this game on YouTube from Greensboro area.
In motion goes Bridges, and Farmer fakes it to him, and now he's going to have to go to the end zone. He throws it deep, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. How in the world? Tate just ran down there open, made the catch, and scored. Wow.
Unbelievable that he was that open for the touchdown on the last play of the half. That could be a backbreaker for the Wolves. Holy cow. So let's get the yardage on that one.
30 yards.
30 yards it is. So we said he was a dual threat, Jeff, and Tate has 2 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. And he's also run the ball 14 times. I'll get the yardage at halftime. And snaps, hold, and settle hitting an air point after is good. And going into the locker room at halftime, Shelby 27, Lincolnton 7. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with our Marburger Chevrolet Stadium halftime show and our James River Equipment stats and recap of the first half.
The Make the Holidays Bright Ford sales event is underway at Classic Ford in Shelby, where you'll find low financing, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Ford Edge. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on the 2023 Ford F-150, plus a $1,500 Ford Motor Credit rebate, and 1.9% APR financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 off on the 2024 Ford Edge. Make the holidays bright. Ford sales event underway now at Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, online at classicfordofshelby.com. Flooring America in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Flooring Home in Gastonia have some great news. New LVP flooring that's waterproof. Hey, and it's also pet-proof and even kid-proof. But best of all, it's only $319 a square foot. That's right, LVP waterproof flooring for $319 a square foot from Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Flooring Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue, Gastonia. Trusted, tried, and true. Those 3 words represent the highest standards for the Kawasaki Mule side-by-side. Trusted means being built strong and built to last. Tried means being put to the test by hardworking people doing the toughest jobs. True means staying authentic to the roots that run 30 years deep. Kawasaki Mule, the definition of trusted, tried, and true. See the Kawasaki Mule today at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell.
This is the way we wash our clothes, wash our clothes, wash our clothes.
The spin cycle is on, and the price has been slashed on famous Frigidaire scratch and dented dishwashers at Ender Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. The warehouse is full of them, and they are now on sale. Prices starting at $229 and up, and they all come with a full manufacturer's warranty. Spin on in, get a great deal today on a new Frigidaire dishwasher starting at $229 at Ender Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Leaves have already started to fall. Are you ready for leaf season this year? Get ready with a stop in at Hojo Power Sports in Shelby and take a look at a leaf sucking machine. That's the Walker Mower, famous for leaf pickup for residential or commercial lawns. With a Walker, your yard will look clean and fresh. Plus, you'll find blowers by Husqvarna, Red Max, Shadawa, and DeWalt. Make leaf season easy this year with the new Walker Mower from Hojo Power Sports. 110 Grigg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby, online at hojopower.net. This holiday season, a new Honda CRF is more than the most reliable machine to hit the trails. Our lineup of family-friendly trail bikes offers the perfect gift for riders of every level, from the CRF 50F to the 110, the 125, and the full-size 250F. You can give the gift of riding to every Red Rider in the family. So head to Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, now during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, and give a gift that'll last a lifetime.
Get more bang for your buck this fall with Buck Days at James River Equipment. Buy any new John Deere 1 through 4 Series tractor with a loader, and you'll receive your choice of a rear blade or a set of pallet forks for only $1. So whether you're leveling your driveway or doing some heavy lifting, James River can help you save big bucks. Visit jamesriverequipment.com/buckdays to learn more. Offer ends 11/30/23. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. James River delivers.
If you work or your child attends Pinnacle Classical Academy in Shelby, then listen up. Call Jammin' Jay's Pizza for information about their lunch deal delivery. Call 704-600-6182. And don't forget about Cyber Tuesday. When you order from the basic menu online, you take 30% off. Just go to jamminjayspizza.com. For great food and fun, it's Jammin' Jay's Pizza, 1011 Grove Street in Shelby, off Highway 74 East, right behind KFC. Open Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 to 8, Thursday and Friday, 11 to 9, 11 to 3 for lunch on Sunday. Just in Time Plumbing, a leading residential and commercial company, has served Cleveland County and Gaston counties for 9 years, and they've won Cleveland County's best for several years. Their 24-hour emergency service can handle all your plumbing emergencies, clogged drains, sewer inspections with cameras, septic tanks, jetter services, and more. And they do testing and water filtration. Just in Time Plumbing. On time, on budget, 24/7. Call 704-600-8350 or go to justintimeplumbing.net. Just in Time Plumbing, every time. 107 South City Street, Kings Mountain.
Ram Power Days are underway now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. It's prime time for exclusive deals. Power Days are here. Now get $1,500 bonus cash on all new 2023 Ram 2500 and 3500 models. But that's not all. Now get $4,000 consumer cash on most new 2023 Ram 1500 models. Don't miss Ram Power Days. Underway now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. The housing market is not like it was, and that's a good thing. For decades, Moss Realty in Gastonia has seen it all. And most of those years, the market was like it is now. A more traditional housing market is a good thing for both buyers and sellers because it gives you more time. Sellers now have the time to find their next place. Buyers are able to sleep on a decision. So yes, the housing market has changed. And Moss Realty in Gastonia still is here to help you with one of life's biggest decisions. Find them online at mossrealty.com or give them a call and talk with a live person today at 704-865-5555.
All right, welcome back. This is our Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby Stadium halftime show. And I'm going to turn it over to Jeff Jones for our James River Equipment of Shelby recap of the first half.
All right, the scoring recap. The first touchdown was scored with 8:39 left in the first quarter. Isaiah Bridges, 35-yard touchdown pass from Land Farmer. Jose Lopez's point after made it 7-0. But Lincolnton answered right away with 3:54 left in the first quarter. Kamoni Heath, a 1-yard touchdown run. Dominic Sanchez's point after, and it was tied 7-7. With 11:50 left in the second quarter, Isaiah Bridges with a 1-yard touchdown run. The point after was blocked, and Shelby led 13-7. With 6:30 left in the second quarter, Drew Hollifield, a 1-yard touchdown run. Lopez's point after made it 20-7. And then one of the more unbelievable plays that we've seen this year, on the very last play of the first half, Tristan Tate hauled in a 30-yard pass from Farmer. Lopez's point after makes it 27-7 Shelby. Couple of small stats here. Shelby had 13 first downs in that first quarter. They were guilty of 4 penalties for 45 yards. Lincoln had 9 first downs in the first half, and they were guilty of 5 penalties for 41 yards. Like we said at the beginning of the game, it's really a close game. If you're just joining us, you're seeing Shelby's up by 20, but that really doesn't tell you how close this game really has been, Brent.
Yeah, Lincolnton has gotten yardage between the 20s, and Shelby's defense has stopped them on fourth down, and they've gave them a couple of pooch punts where they thought about going for it. So Lincolnton, I don't think they've had a 3-and-out. It's been a couple of first downs at minimum every drive. down the field. So let's look at the stats, and you'll see what we're talking about. Let's start with Lincolnton. Passing, Andre Bost, 3 of 6 for 44 yards. Carson Cloninger has come in and gone 1 for 3 for 10 yards. So combined, they're 4 for 9 for 54 yards. Leading receiver has been Gage Eichert. He's got 2 catches, 38 yards. Nehemiah Lynch, 1 catch for 10 yards. Tigra Owens has 1 catch for 6 yards. Rushing, Andre Bost, the quarterback, leads the way. 8 carries for 79 yards. Kamani Heath has 13 carries for 35 yards and a touchdown. Nehemiah Lynch has 2 carries for -1, and Carson Cloninger has 2 carries for -3. Lincolnton with 110 yards rushing on 25 carries and a touchdown, and 54 yards passing. That's 164 total yards for Shelby. Rushing, Tristan Tate has 14 carries, 53 yards. Drew Hollifield has 2 carries for 4 yards and a touchdown, and Isaiah Bridges has 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. Shelby with 58 yards on 17 carries, 2 touchdowns. In the air, Land Farmers 12 of 18, 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Bridges has 6 catches for 134 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 lost fumble. Tristan Tate has 2 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. Eli Falls has 2 catches for 23 yards. Drew Hollifield, 1 catch for 24 yards. And Calvin Ramseur, 1 catch for 11 yards. Shelby with 249 passing, 58 rushing, 307 total yards to Lincolnton's 164. So big showing by the sophomore quarterback as you look at the stats, Jeff. 12 of 18, 249, two touchdowns.
Yeah, and you see those 12 of 18, and there's been four passes that probably should have been caught. Yep. 2 passes that could have been caught, but
got knocked out.
Got knocked out. And
there's your 18 for 18.
There's your 18 for 18. Of course, now early in the game, he threw 1 pass, and I'm like, oh my God, that's being picked off, and somehow it got through. But let's talk about one other thing. Tristan Tate. And I made a big deal in the pregame. I said, Tate, coming into this game receiving, Tate has 255 yards. And 221 of that was yards after the catch. Well, in this ball game, he has had that first reception was how long?
First reception was 27.
And that was thrown about 22 yards. Mm-hmm. And then that 30-yard pass, he caught on about the 2. So he's gotten way down the field to make catches. Yep. And,
kind of the old Larry Raper type catch right there.
Yes, absolutely. And so that's just Tate has really looked good as well. And you may say, well, Shelby's only got 55 yards rushing. Well, they had a couple of good rushes that got called back due to penalty. But Lincolnton has been somewhat dominant up front, and Shelby has gotten in a situation where a few times they've had to throw the ball. They've converted a 3rd and 10. They've converted a 3rd and 14. And so, Shelby hasn't just decided not to run, but Lincolnton's kind of made them throw the ball.
Yeah, 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 14, a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 6, all converted by the Golden Lions in the first half. So, 4 third down conversions. Those are big, and come in a game of this magnitude, those can be the difference.
Yes, and again, I say it again, it's 27-7. But it's a lot closer. I mean, the stats show it's a lot closer. Like you said, Lincoln has not gone 3 and out a single time. They've got multiple first downs every time they've had the ball. They've got 9 first downs. But Shelby has they've had the ball 5 times. They've got 4 touchdowns and they lost a fumble. Yep. And you can't do much better than that.
Yeah, and you can't even script how the half ended. Shelby gets the ball on their 3-yard line. They're driving. They get a spectacular run and catch by Isaiah Bridges where he's going to be on the ESPN highlight reel, and then he fumbles it. Well, then Lincolnton stalls out, and Shelby gets the ball back, and they end up scoring on the last play of the half. So they get the score without Lincolnton getting any time left
Yeah,
to come
and
back.
one other thing, when Lincoln snapped that ball for that last play, there were 28 seconds left, and they threw a deep ball and went out of bounds, and there were 27 seconds left, and Shelby needed all 27 of those seconds.
Yeah,
So,
did.
if I'm the Lincoln coach watching this game later, I'm going to be wondering how in the world did we only use 1 second on the clock. So,
yeah, and think about the 15-yard penalty on the injury. So we have an injury situation where Majay Thompson – it's probably a good call. He has the ball, he drops the pass, and then just gets kind of that defenseless receiver, if you would, just nailed. He's on the ground for 5 minutes. 2.5 minutes into the time he's on the ground, as
throw the flag.
fans
That's
are
unusual.
booing, and the coaches aren't very happy either. They call a 15-yard penalty, and that 15-yard penalty allowed Land to throw that football to the end zone on that last play and get the touchdown. Now Shelby gets the ball to start the second half. If they score, now you got Lincolnton in a really rough situation, down 4 scores.
Sure do.
And but let's talk a little bit more about that when we come back. Let's take one last break here on our Marburger Chevrolet halftime show. Shelby 27, Lincolnton 7. We'll be right back.
88, Sparky. 88, Sparky.
On a cold dark night,
Sparky.
when you have no light,
Sparky.
you should have no fear. Mr. Sparky is here.
At Mr. Sparky Service and Repair, we understand your time is valuable. That's why we guarantee our work, our service, and our commitment 24/7 to being on time, every time. Or your repair is free. Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. Call 8888 Sparky.
88, Sparky. 88, Sparky.
On a cold dark night,
Sparky.
when you have no light,
Sparky.
you should have no fear.
Sparky.
Mr. Sparky is here.
At Mr. Sparky Service and Repair, we understand your time is valuable. That's why we guarantee our work, our service, and our commitment 24/7 to being on time, every time. Or your repair is free. Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. Call 8888 Sparky.
It's the all-new Nissan of Shelby, where they do the right thing. First time, every time. Nissan of Shelby now has new management, plus a big new inventory with new prices, giving you a whole new customer experience. Check their amazing lineup, Nissan Rogues and Muranos, and trucks like the Nissan Frontier and Titan, plus a wide range of pre-owned vehicles with special rates and pricing. Come to the all-new Nissan of Shelby, 631 South Post Road, right off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Online at nissanofshelby.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at putnamdistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years. Your used car superstore is at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. Darren and Aqua Yerby are happy to be a part of this community, and they welcome you to drop by for your automotive needs. Certified pre-owned Kia and Honda vehicles start as low as $49.95. Many financing plans are available, even if you've had a bump in the road with your credit. Come talk with them today. Senior Manager Darren Yerby and his wife Aqua at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 bypass East in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Online at RenatoAutomall.com.
All right, welcome back into our last segment of this Marburger Chevrolet halftime show. It's about a minute before kickoff to start the second half. Let's talk about some of the keys to the second half. But actually, first, Jeff, let's give a few scores. So just a few games tonight in the 2A ranks. We've got Northeastern over Holmes, 41-21. Northeastern 11-0. Reedsville, #1 seed in the West bracket. They lead West Oaks 29-0. Lincoln, of course, score here 27-7, Shelby over Lincolnton. And Salisbury leads Maiden at halftime 24-0. Salisbury 11-0, and winner of that game gets the winner of this game.
Well, Brent, the first key to the second half is be ready for an onside kick because Shelby is supposed to get the ball. Lincoln just gave up that heartbreaking touchdown on the last play of the first half. You're down 27-7. Why not? Why not try an onside kick? You get the onside kick, you score a touchdown, you're right back in the game, the momentum is switched. If you don't get the onside kick, well, you've had a hard time stopping Shelby anyway. So, Shelby from the 50, Shelby from the 20, not a whole lot different. So, if they don't onside kick, I'm going to be the most shocked person in the stadium.
Up on the line is Kendrick Raper, Nick Norris, Eli Falls, Nazir Pitts, and Jalen Tate. So you got a mix of running backs, quarterbacks, and receivers out there. Sanchez has it lined up for the kickoff, and he's going to go ahead and kick it. A line drive that bounces, taken all the way back to the 10 by Isaiah Bridges. He's at the 15, 20, and not much. So Shelby will take over starting the opening drive at the 20-yard line.
So mark me down as the most surprised person in the stadium, unless he was trying to kick that line drive off of one of the Golden Lions on the front line. But so Shelby will start on the 20-yard line, leading 27-7, and that is what we'll see here to start the second half.
Farmer, Tate in the backfield. One thing to keep an eye on is Majay Thompson back out there, and they throw it complete to Bridges. Gets a block from Eli Falls. He's doing his little run after the catch. He's out across the 30, 35, 40. Bounces it to the outside again. Breaks that tackle. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, and finally dragged down to the 30-yard line. Can anybody tackle Isaiah Bridges? I don't think so.
Well, you can see why he's been chosen for the Shrine Bowl, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, one play.
So that's a
50 yards.
50-yard pass play, but just think he threw it 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he caught it. And so he did that all on his own with that one key block from Falls for sure. And it's a CSI Mechanical first down at the Lincolnton 30. And Bridges is in for a big game. He's over 180 yards receiving already. And there's Tate around the left side, and there's the outside zone. He gets 5.
Yeah, that's a little bit different than the outside zone. They brought in Nick Norris, and he was to the left of the quarterback, so he was kind of the blocking back, and so he runs and he kicks out the defensive end, and so it's almost like a power play, but it worked really well. I can tell you that. 6 yards, 5 yards.
Shot ball at the 25 of Lincolnton, and now two-back set, and it's Norris plowing ahead and carrying tacklers down inside the 15 to the 13.
And, we talked, Nick Norris has I think that's his 16th or 17th carry for the year, and he's not lost yardage a single time.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 down at the 13-yard line.
12-yard run there, and another CSI Mechanical first down. That's 15 for Shelby.
That's the power play again to the right side, and Mr. Tate was not touched until he got into the end zone. And was that Jalen or Tristan?
Remains to be seen.
I think it's Tristan.
Let's see. It's well, can't see the back of his jersey. It's a 13-yard touchdown run or did they call him down? Well, timeout.
Okay.
Holding on the Golden Lions. It was Tristan Tate.
So he's going to have a 5-yard gain and then a 10-yard penalty.
So they're going to mark it back to the 18-yard line.
5-yard gain and then a 10-yard penalty.
Yes. All right, so.
Once the grass goes dormant, it's harder and harder to see those yellow flags, Brent.
Sure is. 10-yard penalty, and it'll be what, 1st and 15?
1st and 15.
Okay. So we'll give Tate another 5 yards, but it would have been 13 yards and a touchdown. And now Norris bounces it to the outside, cuts it back inside, 15, down to about the 14. So he gets some of that penalty yardage back. I think he got 4 of it back.
Yeah, and I thought there for a while that I was going to have the announcer broadcaster jinx, because he was in the backfield for a while, and there didn't seem to be much of a hole to run through. So, but he did run through the late hole and picked up 4.
Second down, 11.
10 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Now they got Norris back in at the H-back, and Bridges gets the pitch. This is a pass. He cuts it back in at the 10, still on his feet, whipped down around the 8.
That does count as a pass, correct?
Yeah, so I think it's about a 6-yard gain. We'll see after the spot.
Yep, it's going to be down at the 8-yard line. It's 3rd down and 5. And so the big bodies are coming in.
All right, 3rd and 5 from the 7, so they still can get a first down.
Looks like
2.
Isaiah Bridges is going to be back there taking the snap.
So Bridges in the Wildcat. Eli, I guess that's Drew Hollifield, Nick Norris in. And in motion goes Tate, and he gets the pitch from Bridges, and he's going to take it into the end zone, I believe.
Is that a touchdown pass from Bridges?
I believe Bridges did pitch it to Tate. So I think officially Bridges has a 7-yard touchdown pass. Yep. And Tate has another touchdown reception of 7 yards. And haven't seen that one all year.
No, we have not.
All right, so with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, Shelby goes up 33-7 after a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown pass from Isaiah Bridges to Tristan Tate of 7 yards.
We've got some movement on the offensive line, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So Shelby's been guilty of 15 yards in penalties in this half. And now Lopez will have a 25-yard point after a settled heating and air point after touchdown attempt. So Shelby's given some different looks too these last couple of weeks, Jeff, for potential opponents to look at. Got a pretty good rush in, but Lopez connects from 25, and Shelby leads by a score of 34-7 on the No Malarkey Call Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be right back.
The Larson Home Solution Product Fall Sale has been extended to November 30th. That's good news for me and you. Offer good on Larson storm doors, security doors, and screen doors. Spend $150 and get a $10 mail-in rebate. Spend $250 and get a $25 mail-in rebate. Spend $500 to get a $50 mail-in rebate, and spend $1,000 and get a $100 mail-in rebate. Come on in for all the details at the Roundup Store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The Larson Home Solution Product Fall Sale has been extended to November 30th. That's good news for me and you. Offer good on Larson storm doors, security doors, and screen doors. Spend $150 and get a $10 mail-in rebate. Spend $250 and get a $25 mail-in rebate. Spend $500 to get a $50 mail-in rebate, and spend $1,000 and get a $100 mail-in rebate. Come on in for all the details at the Roundup Store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Lopez has it teed up. Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff. This is a short directional kick. It's going to bounce at the 29. That's a free ball.
Boy, Shelby just about was able to pluck that out of the air, but a nice play by number 5, Andrew Phelps, to kind of jump a little bit higher and make that play. But that's about as good as it can be as far as that really high directional kick, and he found a void where there were no people. And Shelby just about got that turned over to them.
Yeah, Stephon Jennings tried to go up and out-jump Phelps for the ball, and Phelps just got him instead. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Actually, that was Jalen Tate, as I see him over on the sideline now, that almost got that. 1st and 10, and it's going to be Heath over the right side, and there's just too many black jerseys. He gets a couple, but that's it. Maybe 3.
got a number of people that are letting us know that they're following this from out of town. Earlier I mentioned that Jack Berry and his daughter Fiona were watching and listening. I didn't see on his text that his son Ewan is also listening, and I don't want to leave Ewan out. So thanks to those guys. And this is the counter tray to the dangerous Mr. Bost, and he's only going to end up with 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Also, another former Golden Lion football player, Roger Hutchins, who played on those 86 and 87 state championship teams, he's listening from the Atlanta area. I think it's Forsyth, Georgia he's listening from. So thanks for listening and following us, Roger.
And if I remember correctly, those guys played on Saturdays at Davidson and Clemson, respectively.
You are absolutely correct.
Boss to throw and throws it behind Owens. That's
Yeah,
going to
and
bring it 4th down.
that's the first time that I think that Bost has made a bad throw. So that's going to be 4th down and 6. And actually, it's going to be 4th down and 5.
And you said Bost is the punter, so it looks like he's just going to go ahead and get back and punt formation. And this is bad news.
And they're bringing people off the sideline. This is the first time they've actually been in a true punt formation. But with Bost, you never can tell. I mean, you might can run a fake.
Well, we'll see. Shelby's definitely going to be looking for that. Back deep is Calvin Ramseur to field the punt return. And Bost will indeed kick it. It's going to be one of those end-over-end kicks. It bounces a couple times, and Ramseur's going to pick it up, and he muffs it, and Lincolnton's got it.
That's just a really, really bad decision.
And he didn't want to do it. He thought about not doing it 2 or 3 times, and then he said, I think I can get it. And then he didn't. So it's a muff punt, and Lincolnton will take over at the Shelby 33. Fresh set of downs.
And the thing is, if he picks it up, he's not going to get anything. If he just lets it lay there, Shelby's got the ball. So, miscue on the punt return team. And we've seen that several times this year from the Golden Lions.
A couple of times. So, let's see if Lincolnton can make Shelby pay. Bost hands it to Heath, and there's big 77 Jaden Pierce. That's going to be a loss of at least a yard. And not fooled there. So Heath loses a yard. 2nd down and 11. And this is about the area of the field Shelby defense has stepped up all night long, except for that one drive. About the 20, 30, 35-yard line, the defense seems to just really tighten up. Now you got 2nd down and 11. 4-down lineman. Boss is going to throw it quickly. It's batted down by 77 Pierce.
Pierce making a strong push for possible defensive player of the game. We've called his name a number of times.
Big baby is what they call him. 3rd down and 11. Shelby's got Stephon Jennings, Derek Key, Ramseur McGill in the defensive backfield. It's going to be a pass from Boss. He gets rushed. Jaden Pierce flushed him. Jay McNeely got him for the sack.
That's going to be a 2 to 3 yard sack, and that's going to make it 4th and 13. 4th and 14.
So marking for a 3-yard loss back to the Shelby 37. And again, this defense has tightened up right when they needed to after the turnover. And Carson Cloninger back in, so we're going to see him at quarterback, Boss back in the slot. 5-receiver set for the Wolves. And let's see if Shelby can get a little bit of pressure and get him to throw. And they do get some pressure. He lost it up, but he underthrows it, and it's a jump ball. It's caught for the touchdown by Lynch as he just got inside position on Calvin Ramseur. And how about that? The Wolves make the Golden Lions pay for the muff punt with a touchdown pass of 37 yards on 4th down and 14.
And who was that on the reception?
Nehemiah Lynch from Cloninger. And so Sanchez trotting out there for the Settle Heating and Air PAT. He forgot his kicking block. So Eichert's throwing it to him. Now he's going to try it out there. There's 20 seconds left on the play clock. So big play for the Wolves, and they needed it. They're back within 34-13, pending this Sanchez PAT. Boss to hold, kicks a great kick into the scissor lift there, and it's 34-14. Golden Lions will be back after this break.
Just like the leaves, prices are falling at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come on in now and take a look at the big selection. You'll find the best in late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And financing is available, and they are there for you. They are the home of the satisfied customer. See Richie and Susie today at S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-487-0570. Online at srautosales.com and like them on Facebook too. Just like the leaves, prices are falling at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come on in now and take a look at the big selection. You'll find the best in late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And financing is available, and they are there for you. They are the home of the satisfied customer. See Richie and Susie today at S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-487-0570. Online at srautosales.com and like them on Facebook too.
All right, couple of things. First, we had a 37-yard touchdown pass from Carson Cloninger to Nehemiah Lynch. That's a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. But then we had a 15-yard penalty on the Golden Lions enforced on this kickoff. So now Sanchez will kick off from the Shelby 45. Now might be the great time to pull the onside kick. And Shelby's got an extra couple of guys creeping up to that line of scrimmage, but he kicks it deep, and he's going to go ahead and kick the touchback and give Shelby the 80 yards to go. So after Shelby muffs a punt, Lincolnton gets a 4th down and 14 touchdown pass on a jump ball from Cloninger to Lynch. And Lincolnton back within 34-14. Got 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Shelby with the ball. And Shelby has scored every time they've had it except one lost fumble, Jeff, I believe.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you count that last time as a possession since they muffed it. Oh, my goodness. That was really close to a pick six.
Well, they also got Majay Thompson crushed again. He's already went out of the game once with just a crush hit, and now he gets crushed again because somebody didn't do something right. That was supposed to be one of those little short passes with the other receiver blocking. The other receiver ran all the way up the field, and he was left there with two DBs and just him, and before he could get the catch, he just got crushed for an incomplete pass.
Shelby guilty of another ineligible man downfield.
Well, I guess the good news is it's not a loss of down, right?
Right, still first down, but you can't get too excited here. You got to play football some more.
Yeah. First down and 15. And Tate on the carry gets the penalty yardage back and maybe another extra yard. And I said Tate. It was actually Jalen Tate, 12. Both of them are in. So 6-yard pickup for Jalen. Second down and 9. Jalen Tate's first carry of the game. Both Tates stay in the ball game. And Farmer in the shotgun, he'll hand it off to Tristan Tate with Jalen blocking. He gets a couple, and that's it. It's going to be third down. And a little bit of a momentum shift here, Jeff, as Lincolnton gets the muff punt, gets the touchdown, and now Shelby with third and about 8, maybe third and 7. Another big third down. Shelby's going to try to convert here. They've done it 4 times tonight already. And Farmer gets a lot of time, throws it behind Thompson. And you got to remember, Thompson just joined this team 3 weeks ago, and so he may not be 100% crisp on all the routes, having just learned them. And then that pass goes behind Thompson, incomplete, and Shelby's going to have to punt for the first time tonight. 4th down and 7. In comes Jose Lopez, 2 deep for Lincolnton. That's Bost and Lynch, who just caught the touchdown. And it's a low snap. Lopez goes down to get it. Gets a pretty good punt off. It's going to take a little bit of a Shelby bounce and be down by Trey Fuller at the 45-yard line of Lincolnton. So no return, but Lincolnton has some life, Jeff. They get the ball, good field position, still 5:24 to go third quarter, and they're only down by 20 now. Score here, and it tightens things up and puts a little bit of pressure back on Shelby. So let's see if this Shelby defense can come up with a big stop here.
Absolutely. And, high school football, it's just amazing for the momentum switches, the change in momentum.
1st and 10, and see if they try to get a big play or do something with Bost here. And he's going to run it. And Jay McNeely's chasing him, but I hate to tell Jay, he's not as fast as Bost. And he did his best to make Bost take it all the way to the sideline, but he was able to turn it up and get 4.
Yeah, he's going to get about 3 yards, and a good job by Jay to force him to run east and west.
So 3-yard pickup for Andre Bost. There is a Traylon Bost also on the team, wearing number 4. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock continues to run. 5:18. Actually, it stopped because he went out of bounds. So 5:18 to go third quarter. Plenty of time on that Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Handoff, and there he is, Traylon Bost, right on cue with his first carry.
He's going to get about 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
So Traylon Bost with his first carry of the game. And it's a decent one. 3rd down and 3. Ball now on the Shelby half of the 50 on the 48. Crowd eerily quiet on the Shelby side. And even kind of quiet over on the Lincolnton side. So big play here. 3rd down, 3 from the Shelby 48. Got to get to the Shelby 45. And it's going to be a handoff to Traylon Bost, and he's picking his way for 2 yards. He's going to be 1 yard shy, and it's going to be 4th down. Decision time. I think the decision is they're going to go for it, but
yeah,
we'll see here. Out comes Nehemiah Lynch. Out comes Traylon Bost. Out comes Gage Eichert.
I think what we'll see is we'll see the T formation, I would imagine.
In comes Tigra Owens as well as Hunter Hauser at tight end. So they're going to go with a heavier package here, and you called it. Carson Cloninger in, T formation, but they got to get a full yard, Jeff. And they're going to hand it off to Heath, and he stopped. He's short.
Not going to get it. So that could be a big momentum shift again, and the Golden Lions need it after that little 3-minute kind of brain dead time that they had.
Jock Garnett with the big stop on 4th and 1, and he barely even got the line of scrimmage. That was a great push by that front 4 of the Golden Lions.
So Shelby's going to have the ball on their own 46 with 3:39 to go here in the third quarter. Shelby leads 34-14 here on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
And Farmer's going to waste no time airing it out. He's got Eli Falls at the 40. That's already a 1st down, and down to about the 36-yard line of Lincolnton.
And all this action, there's only been 3 first downs this entire third quarter, all by Shelby, because the 4th down reception was a touchdown for Lincolnton.
Yep. And there goes Isaiah Bridges on the outside. He's at the 20. He gets clotheslined out of bounds at the 10. And that's going to be a gain of 26 yards and another CSI Mechanical 1st down. Bridges having an enormous game tonight.
So that's going to be first and goal from the 10. That's the most difficult first and goal to deal with because you got to get all 10 yards.
So in is Tristan Tate and Drew Hollifield, one on either side of Land Farmer. And it'll be a first down run to Tate behind Hollifield. He breaks to the outside, cuts it in, gets 2, still on his feet.
Still on his feet. He may have gotten 4. At least 3, and so that's going to be second and goal from the 7.
Yeah, he slipped that one last tackle and got that extra yard. And now a whole new package comes in. In comes Jaden Pierce, along with Krishan Harris, Nick Norris, and Jay McNeely, along with Tristan Tate. So you got Tate at the Wildcat with Norris and Hollifield in there and a bunch of defensive linemen. And there goes Tate in the Wildcat, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Shelby. That's a 7-yard touchdown.
That was Isaiah
run.
Bridges, right?
Oh, yep, Bridges. So 7-yard Isaiah Bridges touchdown. His second rushing touchdown. He has a passing touchdown, Jeff.
Yes, he does.
And he also has a receiving touchdown. So he's done it all tonight. More importantly, Shelby goes back up by 4 scores, 40-14 on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Jose Lopez in for the point after, sponsored by Settle Heating and Air. And got the kick away. It's up, it's good. Shelby 41, Lincolnton 14. We'll be right back.
Standy's Country Christmas Crafts and Variety in Shelby wishes all Cleveland County teams great success in the playoffs. Standy's is the place to go for all your decorative items with great prices on Thanksgiving and Christmas craft items and decorations. Come check out their 99-cent Christmas wrapping paper and boxes. Shop for holiday ornaments and decorative items. And Sandy's is now open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9 for your shopping convenience. So come check them out. Sandy's Country Christmas, 2536 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-471-0015. Sandy's Country Christmas Crafts and Variety in Shelby wishes all Cleveland County teams great success in the playoffs. Sandy's is the place to go for all your decorative items with great prices on Thanksgiving and Christmas craft items and decorations. Come check out their 99-cent Christmas wrapping paper and boxes. Shop for holiday ornaments and decorative items. And Sandy's is now open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9 for your shopping convenience. So come check them out. Sandy's Country Christmas, 2536 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-471-0015.
Jammin' Jay's Pizza kickoff. It's another angled kick by Lopez. They better catch this one. And they're going to call a fair catch at the 34-yard line. That was Owens.
If that's a fair catch, there should be a penalty for attempting to run after the fair catch. I never saw him signal fair catch.
I didn't either, but they blew the whistle dead as soon as he caught it. So kind of a weird play. No penalty call either way, and Lincolnton will take over at their 34-yard line.
That was a really high kick, and the thing about that is you can get really drilled if you don't signal fair catch on that one.
Well, what happened is the Shelby guys kind of stepped aside so they didn't drill him, and then he took
off
running after because the whistle blew, and then he took off. So 1st and 10, Wolves, they got a tall order facing them. They're down 27, and they got less than a quarter and a half to go, and Bost is going to give it to Lynch. Not many people fooled there.
I tell you what, Hollifield stayed home, and they got nothing out of it.
Just got the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just got the line of scrimmage. And with Shelby with a 4-touchdown lead, sometimes you start seeing sort of like, let's go ahead and give him that yard.
Yep, that defensive line, Pierce, McNeely, Fuller, and Wood currently. Cameron Tate, Nick Norris, Hollifield, that linebacker. They threw a
flag,
pass.
And that's going to be, I think it's going to be a false start on Lincolnton.
That may have been a double pass because that was a backwards pass to Eichert, and then he was looking downfield, but they blew it dead.
Illegal motion or a false start, one or the other. That's the first penalty on Lincolnton in this second half. Shelby's been too giving penalty-wise in this second half.
Yeah, I've got them for at least 4.
Salisbury leads 34-0 with 2 minutes left in the ball game. So Salisbury's going to get the winner of this game next week at Salisbury.
Boss to throw, gets pressure from Fuller. He throws it. It's complete and breaking a tackle. And then Nick Norris corrals and ball gets loose and goes out of bounds, but I think they're going to call him down. Shy of the first down, but a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and good run after the catch by Andrew Phelps. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 2.
Phelps, the leading receiver, first catch of the night. But it's about 3rd and 2, Jeff. He got about 13 there.
He did. That was a good pass.
Good pass, and then, the defense was there, but what happened is they tried to make the tackle right at the catch, and he just made one little move, got a couple extra yards. Boss calls his own number. Drew Hollifield with a nice tackle, shy of the first down.
That's going to be 4th and 1. Yeah, Drew Hollifield saw it. He came up, and he set that wall, and that forced Boss to turn it up inside, and there were a lot of Golden Lions waiting there. So it's going to be 4th down and 1.
Last time they brought in that T formation, and Jock Garnett came through and got Heath for no gain and turned the ball back over. This time it looks like they're going to go with a more traditional set.
We're inside of a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Look for Eichert here. And now they get up under center. Boss calls his own number, gets knocked backwards, but then second effort got it.
Yeah, he got knocked back, but he didn't go down, so he dove and was able to pick up 2 yards to get the first down.
Wow. Jaden Pierce, the big guy, went low under the lineman, hit Boss in the legs, and he put his hand down to keep from his knee touching and then jumped forward for the yard he needed, 2 yards he needed for the first down.
That was a good job by Boss, though. It
really was.
So first down. First down of the second half for Lincolnton. 24 seconds, clock still running here. Shelby up 41-14. New set of downs for the Wolves. And there's the counter tray, and nothing doing.
Lost
Again,
the yard.
Hollifield set the edge, and then both number 15, Cam Tate, and number 53, Trey Fuller, to finish it off. So we go to the 4th quarter. Shelby up 41-14.
We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a touchdown of comfort? It's game day, and the team to trust for all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning needs is Settle Heating and Air. For over 25 years, Settle Heating and Air has been the MVP of HVAC services, providing quality solutions to homes and businesses since 1998. So whether you're cheering on your team at the game or relaxing at home, trust Settle Heated and Air to keep you comfortable year-round. Settle Heated and Air, your comfort champions. Head over to settlehvac.com and call today to experience the winning difference. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a touchdown of comfort? It's game day, and the team to trust for all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning needs is Settle Heating and Air. For over 25 years, Settle Heating and Air has been the MVP of HVAC services. Shelby Hardware.
All right, we're going to come back. We had a little double Settle Heating and Air commercial there. So Lincolnton, 2nd down and 11 as we start the 4th quarter, and Boss will roll right. Heavy pressure from Jay McNeely. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to take a huge sack back to the 34-yard line.
And he did a heck of a job hanging on to it, because one of the Golden Lions was doing his dead-level best to jerk that ball loose, but could not get it loose, and that's a big loss. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 21.
It's a 10-yard sack by McNeely. And
Brent, how many times has Lincolnton gone for it on 4th down tonight? I mean, they've picked up 2 or 3 of them, and there's been several times they hadn't picked it up. I mean, Shelby it's got to be the most 4th down plays I've seen in a while.
3 this half, and they've converted 2 out of 3.
Salisbury won, final score 40-0. So, again, they'll host the winner of this game.
Boss to throw, and this time Shelby, not much of a rush. Now they get a late rush, and they're going to get another big sack for another 10-yard loss. This time it's Nigerian Wood, Nitro.
All the way back to the 23
So that's an 11-yard sack.
So they won't go for it on this fourth down, Brent, because it's fourth down.
And 32, I believe.
And 32, you're right. You don't have many plays in the playbook for 4th and 32.
You don't, but they did get a 4th and 14 and threw a 37-yard touchdown pass.
That's true.
On a jump ball. But I don't think we're going to see that here. The ball's about at the same spot, but it's going the other way.
What else do you notice about this defensive
There's nobody
formation?
back to retrieve the punt, so they're just going to let it bounce this time. They don't even rush. They just let him punt it.
And everybody's just going to stay away from it.
So it takes a Lincolnton bounce, but not much of one. It kind of bounces more sideways. It's down at the Shelby 45-yard line, and right now Shelby in control of this one.
So the punt made it to the first down line. So it was 4th and 32. It was a nice punt, 32-yard punt, no return. So 10:05 left here in this ball game, and Shelby definitely in charge. They have the ball on their own 45-yard line.
Reedsville wins 42-7 over West Oaks. A possible matchup, future matchup for the Burns Bulldogs should both teams keep winning. Although I think Monroe's still in the way of the Bulldogs. Jalen Tate gets the carry, gets 5.
Right up the gut. Inside zone for 5 yards.
Tell you, it's been a while, Jeff, since Shelby's had 3 capable, running backs that can carry a heavy load and a couple of guys that can come in and run the Wildcat.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting team that Shelby's put together, doing a great job defensively, especially, being really difficult as far as giving up rush yards.
Right. 2nd down and 5. And handoff to Tate. This time Walker's all over it. First time we've called Walker in a long time, but he did a good job to get Tate for no gain there.
Yep. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And right now Shelby's just saying, keep running, clock. It's at 9:03. And we're up 4 scores. This is a passing down, but I wouldn't necessarily say we're going to pass it here. Majay Thompson.
He's got to go on the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and Farmer's going to throw it. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be forced to throw it out of bounds. That may be a grounding.
That's intentional grounding.
Because it didn't make the line of scrimmage. So that'll be intentional grounding. That's a loss of down as well as a spot foul, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be a 10-yard loss. Nope, it's going to be a.
It's going to be about
how far
18.
can you back? Don't know that he was that far back, but yeah, that's intentional grounding, and that'll be a
18-yard penalty.
Big mistake.
Yeah, he was 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, or excuse me, he was. It's going to be a 13-yard penalty. He was 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage plus a 5-yard penalty. And lost it down. So now we're looking at 4th and 23. Yep.
And Shelby doesn't have their entire complement of punt team out. And they take a timeout.
All right, timeout on the field, 8:42 to go. Shelby 41, Lincolnton 14. We'll be back.
That's their daily deal. That's right, a daily deal. Each day, one special item will be at a very special sale price. Items change each day, so come on in every day and check out the daily deal. While there, check out the big line of Milwaukee tools. See the fall and winter flags and kerosene heaters and wicks. And yes, they repair kerosene heaters. Plus grills for your tailgating. Also lodge cookware, and the sleds are out too. Get them early at Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street in Shelby, and check out the daily deal today. Don't be afraid. It's only Dr. Beast, the Dr. Beast duct cleaning machine from Shelby Heating and Air. He's a friendly beast. He will clean and disinfect your duct system, Just give Shelby Heating and Air a call at 704-487-7877 and have them bring Dr. Beast to your home or business to clean and disinfect your duct system. See Shelby Heating and Air online at shelbyheating.com. Like them on Facebook too. They are there when you need them.
Lopez back to punt for the second time tonight. Not much of a rush, and he gets away a pretty good punt, and that's going to take a Shelby bounce. Be fielded at the 33 by Lynch and returns it out to about the 42, let's call it.
I believe that's about a 35-yard punt. I don't know
Second.
how long it's been since Lopez has had to punt twice in a game.
It's been a while. Lincolnton trailing by 27.
Got an injured player in the field. We got time for a timeout, Brent?
Yeah, let's get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Nobody does it better.
Yes, when it comes to real estate, nobody does it better than Sherry Horn of Sherry Horn Real Estate. Sherry was voted the best real estate agent and best real estate office in Cleveland County. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, talk with Sherry Horn at Sherry Horn Real Estate. Call 704-915-5450 or visit our website at soldbysherry.com. And like her on Facebook too, and you'll see why nobody does it better. Today, having choices at the end of life's journey is more important than ever. Choosing the proper way to honor a loved one is not an easy task. There are many emotional, personal, and spiritual issues to consider. Now, there is a new alternative to traditional burial and flame-based cremation. Foothills Aquamation is a water-based natural process that gently returns your loved one's remains to their natural ash form. Learn more at StammyTysigerFuneralHome.com or drop by their offices in Falston and in Cherryville.
All right, injured player was Nigerian Wood. He came off on his own. It's going to be 1st and 10, Lincolnton, and Boss is going to pitch it to Traylon Boss. And there's Jay McNeely again. That's probably a 1-yard loss, and McNeely's had a monster second half.
He really has, and it's going to be hard to pick a defensive player of the game when you got McNeely and Pierce and I've seen a number of plays by Garnett. You know, the guy we hadn't called, it was our player to watch. But I guarantee you when we see the stats, he's going to have a ton of tackles.
Yeah, Nick Norris.
Because Nick is always around the football.
And
we called Hollifield's name a lot, too.
Yeah, Hollifield's done a good job on the edge. And speaking of Hollifield, Landon Hollifield's in at linebacker now for Drew. Drew getting a blow. It's 2nd and 11 as Traylon Boss lost a yard on 1st down. 2nd and 11, and Traylon Boss gets another carry, and again, just maybe a yard to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Maybe not.
Maybe not even that. Maybe just no gain.
I'm going to give him – I think he's really going to get that yard back.
He got about half of it back, but we'll give it to him. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10 and a half. And clock just keeps running. It's at 7:01. So Lincolnton not showing a whole lot of guts here. They're just, well, now they throw it. So complete to Yarbrough, and he's got the 1st down. That pass had to travel a long way across the field, Jeff. That was one of those dangerous throws. Luckily, Yarbrough was pretty wide open.
Yeah, and, you know, think about, you know, why they're not getting back and throwing it every play. When they're getting back and trying to throw it every play, Shelby's all over them with a blitz. So, again, they're in Shelby territory.
15-yard pass. That's Yarbrough's first catch. Hard to believe. And now another catch out there by Yarbrough, and he's got another 1st down and more. He turns it up the field, and let's see where they mark him out.
He's all the way down to the Shelby 14.
So Lincolnton showing some life, but might be a little bit too late. So let's see here. That went from the Shelby 43 to the 14, 29 yards.
Shelby got about 11, 12, 13 guys on the field. When they snapped that ball, we're nowhere near ready for the ball to be snapped, and the officials said, we'll just let the play run. And that's a pickup of almost 6.
Was that a run there? By Traylon Bost. We'll give him 6. 2nd and 4.
Well, they've added, I guess they added 5 more yards to it for a first down.
What just happened?
Well, I think Shelby had too many men on the field, so they should have gotten a penalty on that.
But give him the run and the penalty. It's kind of weird. So Boss rolls left, throws it.
Touchdown.
Wide open touchdown, and Shelby's like, what just happened on these last couple of plays? So that's a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Who made the catch?
Nehemiah Lynch. So I guess it was 6 yards, a 5-yard penalty, and then a 5-yard touchdown pass. And there you go. So Lynch with 2 touchdown catches for the Wolves tonight. And point after by Sanchez is good. Shelby 41, Lincolnton 21 with 6:05 to go. We'll be back for a Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff right after this.
The Transportation Administration of Cleveland County continues to operate TAC, Cleveland County Transit and Reach. The Cleveland County Transit route will continue to be free to ride until further notice. For more information, call 704-482-6705. Again, 704-482-6705. For schedules and times, visit taxshelbync.com. That's taxshelbync.com. Drivers clean and sanitize their vehicles every route. The Transportation Administration of Cleveland County continues to operate TAC, Cleveland County Transit and Reach. The Cleveland County Transit route will continue to be free to ride until further notice. For more information, call 704-482-6705. Again, 704-482-6705. For schedules and times, visit taxshelbync.com.
Jam and Jay's Pizza kickoff is a line drive. It hits a Shelby player, and they fall on it. So maybe he was trying an onside kick, trying to do that earlier, and it just didn't hit anybody. But that one recovered, I believe, by Stephon Jennings. So Shelby takes over at their 44, 1st and 10. So good field position after the failed onside kick, if that's indeed what it was. Or it could have just been a bad kick. 6:05 to go. Shelby up 20. But Lincolnton, with a recent touchdown, just got within that mark. And let's see if Shelby answers. New quarterback in for the Golden Lions is Kendrick Raper. And he'll hand off. Let's get the number there. I believe it's Jalen Tate.
1 yard gain.
All right, so Jalen Tate with 1 yard. 2nd down, 9. Clock's going to run. As long as Shelby keeps it on the ground, and they're in no hurry to get the play in. We're at 5:30 now. Some new receivers in as well for the Golden Lions. And Raper's going to call his own number. Nowhere to go as Heath is there, but Raper's going to make the best of it and maybe get the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. We'll see.
Trouble is you're out of bounds. And so clock stops.
So he gets no gain and the clock stops. So 3rd down and 9 for Shelby. So Shelby obviously feels pretty in control of this game with the backup quarterback from out there with 5:15 to go. 3rd and 9. And Raper will call his own number again around the left side. And this time he'll
stay in bounds. He's going to gain nothing. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, they gave him a pretty good spot for a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 8.
Did Lincoln take a timeout? Nope. It just unfortunately that whoever's running the clock stopped it. So
all right, so Raper gets 1. It's 4th and 8. And Shelby may just take this down to 1 second and call a timeout. They put 40 seconds back on the play clock, so they can run it all the way down to about 4:12 before they kick, run a play, or call a timeout. And that's what it looks like the Golden Lions will do. Is Coach Wilbanks is right by the official. He's going to wait till about, 1 or 2 seconds on the play clock?
yeah, call it with 1 second. Well, and you knew this Lincoln team was not going to just lay down, although Shelby had them in a position after that 3 and out when it was like 34-7, where they had just about given up the ghost, and then we had the muffed punt that led to a touchdown. And from that point on, Shelby's still been dominant, but it's not been – if I'm coaching this game, I'm not real happy right now. From a coaching perspective, there's too many little mistakes that you've made that have made this game a 41-21 game instead of a 41-7 game. You know what I'm talking about, Brent?
Absolutely.
And it's not about the reserves. I mean, a couple of mistakes have been made by some of the frontline players, and I never going back and talking about it, I'm never going to call a player by name. Going back talking about it, because that's there's no reason to do that. But it was just a couple of mistakes have been made that have made this game a little bit where it sort of sticks in your craw just a little bit. But still, It's a good victory if the goal lines hold on for 4 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yeah, so Lopez back to punt. 3 protectors in there, so kind of max protect. And he's going to punt it away. They do have 2 men deep to return it. It's going to be returned by Yarbrough. He muffs it, but falls on it. And Lincolnton will take over at their own 23. So Lopez is like, I haven't had to punt 3 times and a half in 3 months, maybe 2.5 months.
Yeah, I don't know if he's punted 3 times in a game since the Crest game, maybe. I'm not even sure they punted that many times against Crest.
It may have been Kings Mountain game. So Lincolnton's ball at their 23. It's not over, but it's close. They've got 3 timeouts. There's 4:05 to go. They're down 3 scores. Shelby Lake getting Nitro out there on the D-line so they can run this play with Shelby all discombobulated. They're throwing deep. They got a man, but it's picked. Picked off. And
nope,
dropped.
He dropped it.
All right. Well, that was Jaden Anderson who had it momentarily and looked like he had it for a long time, but was unable to hold on to it. And so it's just a long incompletion for Andre Bost.
Shelby's had their hands on 3 interceptions, and one of them turned out to be a touchdown for Lincolnton. The other was going to be a touchdown, except there was a penalty on Lincolnton, and then they weren't able to hold on to that one. So, 3:59 left in the ball game. Again, Shelby leads 41-21.
So you can hear some of the crowd saying, hey, Shelby, get back in that prevent defense. But they've got Jaden Anderson deep, and they're going to throw another deep ball. And they got a man open, and this time it's dropped by Lynch. So Shelby drops a pick, and then Lynch drops one right in the breadbasket.
And that was a great throw.
That's another one where, Jeff, as a coach, you're like, how do you let a guy get that wide open when we know they're going to throw it down the field like that? But he was. And it was a great pass by Boss, maybe his best on-the-money pass all night. But incomplete. Both teams with a drop. And now it's 3rd and 10 with 3:55 to go. Shelby's got Noah Gardner in there at defensive end now. Jock Garnett's dropped back in coverage. He's on the slot receiver, Lynch. And it's 3rd and 10. Lynch goes in motion, and they're going to give it to him on the sweep. And he's got about 5.
And goes out
4.
of bounds. Did he pitch that forward for a pass?
He handed it.
Okay, he did hand that.
Yeah, for some reason they like to hand it, and we like to pitch it. So
really, it's going to only end up with a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 4th and 7. And so yet another 4th down play.
Yeah, you're right. Their 4th one of this half, 2 for 3.
Went out of bounds, so the clock stopped. So we're still 3:48.
The 3 receivers out here, only 2 defenders, and Boss rolls right. He's going to throw it. He puts it up in the air. It's up for grabs. This one is picked. Derek Key got this one, though. And he's going to be dropped by Yarbrough at the 42 of Lincolnton. So Shelby gets their first turnover.
So 3:38 to go.
And now you finally hear the Shelby faithful feeling a little more easy as there's just 3:38 to go. They've got the ball at the Lincolnton 42 and a 20-point lead.
And now you're saying, don't run out of bounds.
Yep.
Let's make a few blocks. Let's get some yardage.
So in at receiver, you got J.J. Williams, you got Emmanuel Collins, you got 25, Tyler Morgan, you got 11, Majay Thompson. At running back, you got Landon Hollifield and Kendrick Raper in at quarterback. And now you got a bad false snap by the center for a 5-yard penalty.
58 yards and penalties on Shelby here in the second half.
I've only got Lincoln for 5. Yeah, I don't know if that's
You're
right
right.
or not. All right, 1st and 15, back it up to the 47 of Lincolnton. 3:36 is all we got left, but it seems like an eternity. Landon Hollifield gets the he meets Mr. Walker immediately. Nobody blocked 55. No gain. I don't even know how he got the line of scrimmage because that was immediate.
I think that was, son, we're going to give you the line of scrimmage because you got hit really hard in the mouth. Shelby's in the huddle, and they're saying, all right, Lincoln, we're really just trying to, get this game over with.
Yep.
We've got a lot of reserves in. We're not going to throw the ball.
So 2nd and 10. Looked like Hollifield went early. Again, he gets hit in the backfield. So right now, Hollifield's just becoming the sacrificial lamb here. As he's
he lost 2, but they're going to say he only lost 1. So
it'll be about 3rd and 17. And the ball's at the 49 now, so it just keeps going backwards. This drive started at the 42 of Lincolnton. Now it's at the 49. 2:23 to go. When you're on the losing part, it seems like this clock just runs really fast. When you're trying to run the clock out, it seems like it takes forever. And Raper will hand it to Hollifield this time. He's hit again in the backfield, and this time he loses about 3. So poor Hollifield's taking a hit on his average. Fourth down and 20. Maybe 4th and, I think he lost 4 there, so 4th and 21. I definitely hear some bells ringing.
Well, that's the Lincolnton bell. And when you're losing Lincolnton, that bell gets on your nerves. I'm here to tell you. Right now, it's just like, they're ringing that bell. But that's the Lincolnton bell. They've had it forever. So you can see it right over there on the 20-yard line. Shelby's going to take another timeout with 1:13 to go.
All right, we'll take it. And this Shelby lead remains 41-21. We'll be right back.
That's TaxShelbyNC.com. Drivers clean and sanitize their vehicles every route.
Take your pick on a brand new Bobcat mower from West End Sales in Vail. Pick 0% APR financing for 60 months or get an $800 instant rebate. You just take your pick and pick out your new Bobcat mower. Take a look at a Bobcat ZT2000, $500 instant cash rebate. A Bobcat ZT3000, $700 instant cash rebate. Or the Bobcat ZT3500 with an $800 instant rebate. See them today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. Like them on Facebook too.
If you're a fan of HGTV and you might be looking for some of the products shown on the show, well, we've got good news for you. Most of the flooring products on HGTV can be found right here in Shelby at Willis Flooring. Come check out their lines of nationally known flooring products: hardwoods, laminates, sheet vinyl, vinyl plank, Cortec flooring, also carpet by Mohawk, Shaw, and more. And one of the largest selections of tile in this area. Call 980-404-0065. Like them on Facebook too.
Another Jose Lopez punt coming up on 4th down and 21. Minute 13 to go in the ball game. Shelby has obviously elected just to, in good sportsmanship, run the clock out best they can these last couple of drives, get some reserves, some playing time. And this is going to take a big Shelby bounce all the way inside the 15 to the 12-yard line of Lincolnton. So Lopez does his job, and Lincolnton will get the ball at least this one last time. Unfortunately for them, this may be the last drive of their season. It's been a great season. Started off 0-4, and then went 6-1 in the next 7 to get to 6-5 before tonight's sure loss here. But a second-round playoff outing, I think after week 4 they would have said, we'll take it. And
you know, we talked about how that first half was a lot closer than the score showed, and it's about where it should be right now, 41-21.
Yep.
And Lincoln says, we're going to run it now, and congratulations on both sides. Again, hard-nosed football, and what you got to really love about Lincoln is that once Shelby put all the reserves in, Lincoln says, we're not going to let you get any more yards.
Right.
and that they were fantastic. In fact, the entire fourth quarter, even that last drive, you know, before Shelby started putting in all the reserves, that Shelby got nothing. They went punt 3 times in the fourth quarter.
So Lincolnton got 3 yards from Traylon Boss on first down, and now Andre Boss is going to get no gain, and that may be the last play of the game. We'll see.
Got a golden line down on the field. You hate to see that with 9 seconds left.
And it's mostly the starting defensive line out there for the golden line. So let's hope it's nothing serious.
Well, I think it's double cramps.
Yeah, they're stretching. We'll take one last time out.
Well, what's happening is they've gone ahead and said, run this clock because it's cramps. Let this game come to an end. And so Golden Lions are going to be victorious 41-21, and they'll have a date
with Salisbury
in 8 days, not 7 days, 8 days at Salisbury.
So they got the Hornets next week, but before that, we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back with our post-game show sponsored by Stamey Funeral Home of Falston. We've got some hardware to give out. We've got our James River equipment, stats, and recap of the game. We'll do all that after this break. Shelby wins 41-21. We'll be back.
You don't want to jump in a cold car on a cold morning and with no heat. Of course not. That's why it's a great idea to have your car's heating system checked over with a stop in at A+ Automotive in Shelby. They can do all kinds of heater repair. And remember A+ Automotive for all of your automotive repair needs. Talk with Charles Heston and you'll be back on the road in no time at all. That's A+ Automotive, 1900 Elizabeth Avenue in Shelby. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call 704-482-0441 and like them on Facebook too. 40 years. Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby has been serving this area for 40 years. They must be doing something right, As a matter of fact, they're now in their third generation of their family business. Sure, you might get someone in their old truck to come over and look at your system and may save you $1 or $2. But where will they be in 5 years when your unit needs service and is still under warranty? Quality products, quality service you can depend on. That's Bill Schufert Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Online at BillSchufertHVAC.com. And they are now taking applications for service technicians starting at $15 per hour.
It's time to suit up in your new team uniform from Bradley's in Shelby. Select from sublimated or screen printed, and Bradley's does all types of embroidery, from polos to caps to blankets to bags. Bradley does it all, and they can do signs, banners, and magnets too. Plus, they can even wrap or letter up your vehicle or trailer. Remember Bradley's for all your advertising specialty needs. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 west of Shelby. Online at bradleysports.net. Like them on Facebook too.
Campers Inn RV in Kings Mountain announces their 8th annual Campers Inn RV Bike Drive. Now through December 4th, Campers Inn is partnering again with the Kings Mountain Police Department to help collect new bikes for children in our community. Bring new or unassembled bikes and they'll put them all together. Drop off your bike anytime at Campers Inn. For more information, call 704-750-7295. Be a part of this year's bike drive, sponsored by the Campers Inn RV, 615 Broadview Drive, off Highway 161 south of Kings Mountain at I-85.
It's truck season at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. Come see the new 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab RST. Get 0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, get a $750 cash allowance. Or make every day a getaway with the new 2023 Chevy Equinox. Get 2.1% APR financing for well-qualified buyers, or take $1,250 cash allowance. Get yours today at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
The Make the Holidays Bright Ford Sales event is underway at Classic Ford in Shelby, where you'll find low financing, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2023 Ford Edge. Get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on the 2023 Ford F-150, plus a $1,500 Ford Motor Credit rebate, and 1.9% APR financing for 60 months, plus $2,500 off on the 2024 Ford Edge. Make the holidays bright Ford sales event underway now at Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard. Online at classicfordofshelby.com. Flooring America in Kings Mountain and Carver One Flooring Home in Gastonia have some great news. New LVP flooring that's waterproof. Hey, and it's also pet-proof. And even kid-proof. But best of all, it's only $319 a square foot. That's right, LVP waterproof flooring for $319 a square foot from Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Flooring Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue, Gastonia. Trusted, tried, and true. Those three words represent the highest standards for the Kawasaki Mule side-by-side. Trusted means being built strong and built to last. Tried means being put to the test by hard-working people doing the toughest jobs. True means staying authentic to the roots that run 30 years deep. Kawasaki Mule, the definition of trusted, tried, and true. See the Kawasaki Mule today at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell.
All right, welcome into our Stadium postgame show sponsored by Stamey Funeral Home of Folsom. I'm going to turn it over to Jeff for our James River Equipment recap of the game.
All right. First score of the game was 8:39 to go in the first quarter. Isaiah Bridges, a 35-yard touchdown pass from Land Farmer. Jose Lopez's point after. Shelby led 7-0 with 3:54 left in the first quarter. Kamoni Heath, 1-yard touchdown run. Dominic Sanchez with the point after, and we were tied 7-7, and that's how we ended the first quarter. With 11:50 to go in the second quarter, Isaiah Bridges, a 1-yard touchdown run. Point after was blocked, and Shelby led 13-7. With 6:30 left in the second quarter, Drew Hollifield had a 1-yard touchdown run. Lopez's point after, Shelby led 20-7. And on the last play of the first half, Tristan Tate hauled in a 30-yard touchdown pass from Farmer. Lopez's point after, Shelby led 27-7 at the half. With 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, Tristan Tate had an 8-yard touchdown pass from Isaiah Bridges. Yes, that is correct. Isaiah Bridges threw the touchdown pass. He threw it about 6 inches forward, but it's a touchdown pass. And Lopez's point after made it 34-7, Shelby. With 6:45 left in the third quarter, Nehemiah Lynch, 35-yard touchdown pass from Carson Cloninger, Sanchez's point after, and it was 34-14, Shelby. With 2:20 left in the third quarter, Isaiah Bridges had a 7-yard touchdown run. Lopez's point after made it 41-14. And with 6:05 left in the game, Nehemiah Lynch, a 5-yard touchdown pass from Boss. Sanchez's point after, 41-21, and that was the final score. Shelby had 17 first downs. Lincolnton had 13 first downs. Shelby was bitten by the penalty bug in the second half. They had 58 yards in penalties in the second half to go with the 45 in the first half. They were guilty of 103 yards of penalties, 12 penalties called. Lincoln, 6 penalties for 46 yards, and Lincoln threw an interception, and Shelby had a lost fumble and a muffed punt for 2 turnovers. You could say Shelby forced a number of other turnovers because Lincoln failed on 4th down 3 or 4 times, but those don't count officially as turnovers. So that's what we've got from here. Brent's going to give you the rest of the stats.
Yeah, and I'll let Jeff listen in and start thinking about players of the game and some of these awards. So we'll start with Lincolnton. Passing, Andre Bost, the starting quarterback, 7 of 15, 106 yards, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. Carson Cloninger came in. He was 2 for 4 for 47 yards and a touchdown. Combined, they were 9 for 19 for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Receiving tonight, it was Nehemiah Lynch, 3 catches, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. Khalil Yarborough had 2 catches, 44 yards. Gage Eicher, 2 catches, 38 yards. Andrew Phelps, 1 catch, 13 yards. And Tigra Owens, 1 catch, 6 yards. Rushing, Andre Boss led the way with 16 carries for 63 yards. Kamoni Heath had 16 carries for 37 yards. Traylon Bost, 7 carries for 14 yards. Nehemiah Lynch, 4 carries, 2 yards. And Carson Cloninger, 2 carries, -3. So Lincolnton had 113 yards, but on 45 carries. And 153 passing, 113 rushing, 266 total. The cool thing is they had 25 carries for 110 yards rushing in the first half. In the second half, they had 20 carries for 3 yards rushing. So big job by Shelby defense. Shelby passing, Land Farmer, 16 of 23, 349 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Isaiah Bridges was 1 of 1 for 7 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Isaiah Bridges, 9 catches, 216 yards, 1 touchdown. Tristan Tate, 3 catches, 64 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Eli Falls, 3 catches, 41 yards. Drew Hollifield, 1 catch, 24 yards. Kelvin Ramsor, 1 catch, 11 yards. Rushing, Shelby, Tristan Tate had 18 carries, 68 yards. Nick Norris had 2 carries, 16 yards. Jalen Tate, 4 carries, 12 yards. Isaiah Bridges, 2 carries, 8 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kendrick Raper, 2 carries, 1 yard. Drew Hollifield, 2 carries, 4 yards and a touchdown. And Landon Hollifield, 3 carries, -6. Shelby with 33 carries, 103 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So 356 passing, 103 rushing, 459 total yards for the Golden Lions.
Well, the Cool Air play of the game happened on the last play of the first half. I'm going to go ahead and make this decision, Brent.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool Air play of the game, sponsored by Shelby Heating and Air of Shelby. 6 seconds left in the first half. Shelby had the ball on the 30-yard line of Lincolnton, and Land Farmer found Tristan Tate. Threw it about 28 yards. Tate caught it on the 2, sidestepped one defender who I think was shocked that Tate caught the ball and ran it into the end zone for a touchdown, and that was the play of the game, in that Shelby was up 20-7, and that made it 27-7, and you just felt the air go out of Lincolnton sails when that happened.
Yeah, absolutely. That made it a 4-score game, and to score on the last play of the half in that fashion when you knew Shelby had to go to the end zone was just a total backbreaker for sure.
Our offensive player of the game, sponsored by Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby. How about Land Farmer?
16 of 23, 349, 2 TDs, pretty special.
Pretty special, and again, there were probably 4 passes that would generally be caught by Golden Lion receivers, and just didn't hang on to it. But so Land Farmer, our Classic Ford of Lincoln Offensive Player of the Game. Defensive Player of the Game, well, we could Hollifield, we called his name. Jay McNeely, we called his name. But the guy that we just kept calling was number 77, Jaden Pierce. What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, big game. Big Baby got in the backfield all night, made Boss run when he didn't want to, and plugged the middle. I mean, how about 40 when a rushing team that averages how many yards coming in?
It was 260 some yards.
Yeah, it gets 113 on 45 carries. You're plugging the middle pretty well.
And so that was, and again, when we see the stats, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of defensive players with a lot of tackles, and but Jaden Pierce was just a guy we just kept calling his name over and over again. And the overall player of the game, how about a guy that threw a touchdown pass, ran two touchdowns. Did he receive any?
He caught a touchdown and had 216 yards receiving. Pretty big night for Isaiah Bridges.
I don't know how you can't give it to Isaiah Bridges, the SNR Auto Sales overall player of the game. I think that I don't know how many players, maybe a Norris Hopper might have caught a touchdown pass, thrown a touchdown pass, and rushed for a touchdown, but not many players have done that.
Yep, absolutely. So big game for Isaiah Bridges. He's our SNR Auto Sales overall player of the game. Of course, our defensive player of the game was Jaden Pierce. That's sponsored by Home Start Financial of Shelby. Offensive player of the game, Land Farmer, sponsored by Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby. And that cool air play of the game, sponsored by Shelby Heating and Air. That touchdown pass from Farmer to Tristan Tate last play of the first half. And Shelby wins 41-21. They play at Salisbury next Friday and on the road in round 3. That Salisbury team 12-0, and these two teams have met many times in the past up at Salisbury on a few of them, Jeff, and we can talk in the pregame about some of the memories we have. Some of them aren't so good up there.
Well, you've also got tomorrow night. You've got the Chargers hosting the Statesville Greyhound. I believe you and Rob Roop are going to have that game on WOHS, and I know that the Cinefani and crew will have the Burns game at Bunker Hill. That is a dark, tough place to play.
Absolutely.
So it'll be interesting to see how Burns does. And then Kings Mountain and AC Reynolds are going to play, and I believe that's going to be covered by one of the crews.
Yeah, we'll have that on WCSL, Cherville Station. And then so a bunch of games tomorrow night. Stay tuned. Rob and I will be on WOHS and KTC Broadcasting. So final score again here, Shelby 41, Lincolnton 21. Shelby moves on to the third round to face the Salisbury Hornets next Friday on WOHS. For Jeff Jones, this is Brent Pasco. We appreciate you listening in here on this live stream on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.